Alright, hello, good evening, travelers and adventurers, and welcome to tonight's episode of Roll for Your Lives. How is everyone?
Hello.
Oh,
Doing good.
This is the first time we've
good.
done a regular intro in, like, weeks because we keep just saying dumb shit.
That's
We
true.
can change that if you would like.
It's not too late.
Yeah, go for
Yeah,
it.
I
do you
got dumb shit on the cuff, dude.
Well, what do you got?
Soundtrack is good. Soundtrack is good.
Excellent.
Wow. That was very insightful, Audrey.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice.
Indeed.
I feel like I learned a lot today.
Mm-hmm. I'm happy to be here.
I like that part too.
Whoa. Why does it say that there's new rewards?
There is, in a sense. So, our channel was able to get follower emotes. So now there are 5 emotes available to anyone who gives us a follow. Some of them are new. I did a little bit of rearranging. There's a Maya Bird emote now. For anyone that sees that,
We stand.
we love the Maya Bird. There's some gold piece redeems in there and some emotes.
I want to see the Maya Bird one. Hold on.
Check out the Maya Bird one. And there's more to come because now that we have more slots available after I did some rearranging, we've got more to fill. So keep an eye out because more emotes are on the way.
Sweet.
I love the mad Maya emote that is.
It's very cute. I mean, she's always mad, so it had to be.
Yeah, that's just a regular face, actually.
Exactly.
Right now, but...
Also, once again, I really just wanted to thank everybody for all of the support that we had during the Saving Throw Creep show. You guys didn't have to do that, but you did that for us, and we really appreciate and love you guys.
Hell yeah.
Honestly, that was really fun.
That was
It
a
was a
fun
great time.
time. I can't wait to do
Yeah.
something for the holidays.
Yeah, we need to talk about that soon.
Yes, we should
What's
talk
that?
about that very soon, actually.
Behind the scenes magic.
You know, speaking of doing stuff with the community, though, I would just want to reiterate that also Wednesday this week we have community night coming y'all's way. And for anyone that doesn't know, that's a day of every month that we choose to just play games that you guys vote on over in our Discord, where we just have mayhem and fun with our subs.
Community.
Community. In fact, you know what I just realized is I actually just really quick, give me 1 minute. I have to just update our Discord links because I forget that they expire every 7 days. Oh.
I also expire every 7 days, mentally.
Well, what happens when you respire?
That doesn't happen. It's just a continuing cycle of degradation.
What about when you perspire?
I don't personally like that. It's very uncomfortable.
What about when you inspire? Speaking of which, let's talk about inspiration.
Ooh.
Okay, here's the new
Nice
Discord link for anyone that
transition.
doesn't have it.
Transition.
So last week we all voted on, the players all voted on inspiration, on who gets player inspo, and that was given to our very own numbers
Yay!
for being incredibly awkward.
Oh.
Go awkwardness. Yay.
If it works, it works.
It works, baby. It wins in the end.
Hell yeah.
And then community inspo was voted on over in our Discord server, which again we do that every week for anyone that didn't know. And the person that was voted on for community inspiration this week was Alvara.
Woohoo!
But yes, Avara
Congratulations.
can flirt if she has to.
Yeah, Alvara fucking got down. It
So,
was insane.
everyone.
But that means it is time to get back into the fray, as it were. For anyone who is looking at what map we are in Tailspire, we are in the Beast and Barley map.
There are so many maps.
There's a lot of maps, and I'm trying to figure out how to manage that as we get farther and farther into this campaign.
I wonder if you can make map folders.
You can't. I tried. I really tried, and I think that'd be a wonderful function. People of Tailspire, if you're listening right now somehow, map holders.
We should all write a sternly worded letter to the company, asking politely for.
Affectionately worded.
Stern and polite?
Yeah, stern and polite. If they say no,
Stern,
you know?
yet light.
Or half of us can write stern, and the other half can write polite, and then I will write something completely unhinged.
I
but
call
fair.
Stern.
Okay. Well, that being said, let's get into a recap by Alvara. Take it away.
Sure, and
Yeah,
just bear
take
with
it
me,
away.
my nose is a little stuffy today. So I do apologize for everybody who will have to hear stuffy Alvara. But nonetheless, session 22. The party followed Shift to the docks, where they spotted the black and pepper-haired tall man who Alvara swiftly approached alone. He introduced himself as Justin Rowley, and after successfully feigning interest in him, she asked if she could walk through the city with him, and the rest of the party stealthily followed. As he walked around pointing out various locations, she asked where she could reach him, and he informed her that he often frequents the westmost dock at the fishing district when he is not home with his family. As the party followed him further to his home, Humi cast invisibility on Audrin, who snuck past Justin when he opened his home door. Ducking into the house while invisible, Audrin sat at the foot of the bed while Mina dropped through the roof, wild-shaped as a spider. While sitting in and observing the home, they noticed Justin give medicine to someone who appeared to be his bedridden and sickly daughter, as he and his wife engaged in discussions over their economic hardships and the ineffectiveness of the medicine. Or I should say the growing ineffectiveness of the medicine. After leaving, Mina remained in place to monitor Justin further, as Villana waited for her. The rest of the party headed into town to the Beast and Barley.
Thank you very
That's
much,
where we left
Alvara.
off.
Nice
Yep.
one.
That was a wonderful recap.
Yahoo!
Woo!
Good one.
You know, speaking of Villana, I'm sure it's obvious, but I'd just like to point out for tonight that we are missing Villana for tonight. They are at a family occasion. So I will step in when necessary for Miss Villana.
What do you mean? They're clearly on a stakeout.
Yeah, they're on a stakeout waiting for you to get out of the fucking house.
You're just gonna hide in the bushes the entire session. Where Mina is. Mina's been at the bar for 3 hours.
Mina flew
actually
out the
stayed
chimney.
in spider form, and
Yeah.
God. Alright, so
and is now hiding. Sorry, God.
sorry. So when we last left our heroes, you had just entered into the Beast and Barley. Alvara and Audrin had walked up to the bar, while Numbers and Humi were left to view around and explore. What's everybody doing?
Yeah, I think Alvara approached the bar with Audrin. And there was this notion of getting a drink, which Alvara said she would pay for.
Yeah. In that case, Audrey's gonna go up to the bar, saunter over, put his forearms down on the bar, lean over, and say, "Oi there, barman. Tell me, what's the most expensive little drink you got there on that menu?"
Give me 1 second. I'm just reorganizing a... what you call it? What are these called? Documents. My documents!
Documents?
My important documents, you see. So, you guys walk up to the bar and you look over and you see a decent enough tall fellow, human male standing behind the bar, dark brown hair, and as he's tidying up a little bit, he looks to you and he goes, "You looking for something strong or just something to sip on?"
Whatever's more expensive.
Well, let's see what I got here for you. And he turns around and he starts rummaging through some of the shelves behind him.
Before you pour that, get me 1 glass of your finest swill as well. And she's gonna stare at Audrin with a little glint of mischief in her eye.
Find a swill for the lady. You got it. And he continues to inspect a couple bottles that are behind him on these shelves, and as he does, he takes 2 in hand. One a smaller, kind of hefty, dark bottle, while the other one is, you recognize Alvara to be just like a typical, like, tall wine bottle. And he quickly whips together 2 glasses and begins to pour. He pours a glass over to Audrin and a glass over to Alvara.
And Alvara is gonna try to intercept it, given that she's paying for it. So she'll go, "Oh, please, over to
You're
me.
gonna have to contest that. Let's roll Dex or whatever the DM says.
What are you? Wait, so what's happening?
I'm purchasing, and I'm just asking for both of the drinks.
No,
that
you
could
said
be
you're
in
gonna
front
try
of
and
me
catch
first.
it.
Oh, I
And
didn't say I was
Audrin's
trying to
trying-
catch it. I said, excuse me, I would like to be paying for both of those.
That isn't what you said.
That's what I just said.
Okay, so he nods to you and he goes, that'll run you about 5 silver, please.
The finest drink here is only, how much? Like 4.5 silver? Alright, sure.
Well, hi,
so-
Gruta!
Hi, Groot down.
Yeah.
We'll take it all out. Thank you for subscribing, by the way, Guta. Good to see you. She'll take out the silver and put it on the counter. Are the drinks in front of her, or are they in front of each of us respectively? Did he listen to her?
They're in front of each of you respectively.
All right. Alvara's just gonna slide the swill over to Audrin and beckon for the fine liquor.
The fine
Okay,
liquor, Audrin, you notice is like a dark amber-colored brandy, and it has like
Ooh.
a sweet kind of maple smell to it, and actually a little bit of smokiness as well. It's a very unique sensation. Alvara, your swill is actually a aromatic and spicy glass of red wine.
That's pretty nice for swill.
Not bad swill.
They don't serve
It's-
swill here.
Listen, we said find a swill. She'll go, if you're going to order the best drink on my behalf, best let me have it. And perhaps you can learn something today.
Audrey's gonna pick up the glass and then he's gonna turn her and he's gonna say, "And what do we say?"
I paid for it. And she's gonna glare at him.
Hate isn't the P word that I'm looking for.
Piss off?
All right, then he
Whoa.
starts raising it to his lips.
Alright, she's gonna cast prestidigitation on the glass. And I just want to make it smell like rancid as much as I can with prestidigitation, which can create, I believe, an odd odor. Yes, it can.
So you like what, like some decaying meat?
Like almost like doo-doo
Like poo-poo.
in his brown liquid glass.
Oh no.
Audrin,
She's
your
gonna-
whiskey, your bourbon smells like poo-poo.
And she'll
Audrin,
take the swill back as she does this.
Audrin downs that shit in one gulp because he's not breathing through his nose right now.
It tastes quite silky and divine with a little bit of a subtle burn on the back of your throat.
Not sure about that aftertaste, but well worth the price, I'd say.
It always is when it's free, isn't it? And she'll drink her okay wine, I guess.
Remind me what each of your passive perceptions is.
18.
14.
18 and
18.
14. 18 for numbers, and who me?
Ooh, my passive is. Come on, do the thing. Aha.
Oh, thank you, Guta. I only just saw that.
Yeah, Gruta's here.
Thanks.
I know.
They got their 3-month emoji
Oh,
over in the
that
Discord
round,
server.
Ooh, I gotta check that out.
Also, we'll leave.
11?
Yes.
Okay. Audrin, while you're sitting here having this nice little back and forth with Alvara, and as you're joking around, as your eyes tend to wander around this place just to catch in all of the details around it, you notice that in the wood under the bar that you're sitting, like on like the level where like your stools are, you're just like against the green. Something's a little off about the green in this wood. It actually looks like there's some kind of like splinted etching or carving in it. You can't quite make out what it is from this angle, but if you feel like if you were to like actually get up and look at it, you might be able to tell what it is. But it looks like the
Okay.
wood has been like cut in some way.
He'll do as much. Drink in belly. He's inclined to check out any curiosity coming his way.
Okay, so taking a peek at this wood against the bar, and it's a nice dark oak. It's already kind of dark and dimly lit in here while the smoke is hanging. A very low-key, kind of shaded tavern. But you notice in the dim light that you see scratched into the wood, into this bar, you see a handful of names. But they're not names of people, they're names of... It's hard to really tell what these are, but you see at least 4. One of which reads Night's End. Another
Okay.
scratched on set that looks actually to be, from the way it was crudely carved in and given its dullness in the wood with the rest of it, like some of these look fresher than others, and this one seems to be quite faded at this point. But you see that it says The Faded Few.
Okay.
You see another one towards where Alvara is sitting, and as you crane your neck and lean, you can read it a little, and it's It's actually kind of nice in the way that they carved this in here, but it says Guards of the Howling Vale.
As he does that, Alvara's gonna go, "What are you doing?" Because he stood up. Is that correct?
I think.
Yep.
Are you standing or are
Yeah.
you just sitting in your chair?
I'd say he'd probably stand up to get a better angle on this thing.
And I will say you see one more, kind of towards the bottom, that says Order of the White Oak.
All right then. So he's going to kind of beckon over the barman once more, and then kind of glance over to Alvara and say, "Looks like we got ourselves a proper mystery of this bar."
Oh, lovely, another mystery. She'll roll her eyes.
It sounds like just organizations that have been here are like leaving they're shining their mark.
Yeah, but
It's
they're
good-
probably been allowed to leave. They probably don't just let anyone carve into the bar. Maybe they did something for him, or they're like, you know.
Well, as you say this, like you say this out loud to Alvara, I'm assuming, like, you know,
Yeah.
not exactly
yeah.
quietly.
No, not at all.
Well, as you're doing so and the barkeep is tending up, he kind of quirks his brow to you and he says, "Oh, that there is, just some names of some different kind of parties and adventuring groups that have come and gone throughout the years. It's a little bit of a tradition for them to leave their mark here in this tavern."
Can I roll a history check to see if any of them are like any like really notable bands of adventurers that we might have heard of?
Like, sound familiar?
Yeah.
Sure.
This could
I
be
do
our
not-
chance to leave our mark.
I do not know.
Unfortunately, none of these sound familiar. Given that this is a far off, distant place, you're not quite sure you've heard of any of these people.
Right.
Audrin, if you're still looking at these carvings, would you mind rolling a perception check?
Yeah,
Or it's either perception or investigation.
I'll take perception.
So is Maya beeping?
Yes, she is.
You're her.
Ugh.
A 13? It's hard to tell. But around the oldest one, the Faded Few, you can't really tell what, but there's like some extra little letters or initials kind of carved along the perimeter of this one.
But I can't tell what.
You're not really sure what it says. Like, you see, it's really hard to see. You managed to catch a couple of initials, one being MT.
Okay.
You see you just see like a K off to the
Just
side
like
of it. Just the
Hmm.
letter K. You see, and as you look and kind of trace your finger along the wood, you see an A and a T together.
Okay.
And the other two are just kind of faded over time. It's hard to tell what these once were.
All right. So Audrin's going to reach into his coat and pull out a dagger, and he's going to beckon over numbers, and he's going to look over to Alvara, and he's going to say, "Looks like we got ourselves a bit of an opportunity to leave our own mark, as it were."
Can you repeat those initials, by the way?
The ones around the Faded Few.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what Audrin was able to see was MT, like M dot T dot,
Right.
AT, A dot T dot,
Hmm.
and a K.
Hmm.
That AT wouldn't happen to stand for Arania Terrasol, would it? I know you can't answer that. That's a rhetorical
I
question.
really can't answer
Hold on
that.
a second. Hold on a second. Let me just confirm something real quick. We have AT, MT, K.
And a couple others that you can't quite tell.
Give me a second.
Trying to spell something.
MT. I'm just trying to remember the people that were at the Abbey. There was a man that went by Malrim,
So-
but I don't remember his last name.
Solda.
Do you want me to remind you, or numbers? You got
Sure.
this.
Yeah,
Probably-
Farah, Dewlight.
NPCs, yeah.
Yep, that's what I'm looking at right now.
Yeah, scroll up.
Oh yeah, the NPCs tab in the Discord.
No, his last name was a G. And K, I don't think any of them had in their name. They could be people that, I mean, AT could be Arania, but the others might be people we don't we don't know yet. Or something.
Anyway,
And yet,
numbers. I didn't actually see that. Numbers didn't actually see that. That was just me out of character.
That is
Making a
Steve
note of something.
speculating.
So numbers.
But he did beckon you over after he
sees,
looked at it.
yeah, Audrin beckoning him over, and he joins them at the bar, and says, "What's going on, fellas?"
So Audrey's going to gesture to the names and is going to gesture his head over towards Alvara, and he's going to say, "Hate to be doing such an important thing without a democratic vote of it, but seems to me we got ourselves an opportunity to dub our merry little band, as it were."
Numbers and Alvara, since you guys are at the bar, I will say if you wanted, you guys could also roll either perception or investigation to see if you can make out anything else that's here. If you wanted
I'd
to.
love to.
I will
Would
roll
this
for perception.
would this be a passive investigation, perhaps?
Not quite yet. What? Just for humor's sake, what would your passive investigation be?
It's 18 because of observant.
Holy shit.
That's a flaccid 20 on the perception one.
Flaccid 20. Y'all know what to do. You want to put some of those in the chat?
Did I just roll?
It's stuck under Audrin's chair. There it is.
Rip.
Numbers, it's a bit hard to tell. It's really dim here in this bar, especially with the shadows of Alvara and Audrin around you. It's hard to tell, but you do see, at the very least, these names scratched into the wood that he was mentioning. Alvara, as Audrin is showing Numbers all of this, and you begin to kind of look at it for yourself, you see these initials that Audrin had been looking at, and you actually can manage to make out the last couple that seem to have been faded away to time. One of which is an AM.
I see.
And a KG.
And I noticed the other ones as well.
Yeah, you also notice the MT, the AT, and the random K.
Okay.
What was Malram's last name?
It started with a G, Giant Spear. Or something.
Oh.
Giant spear. Hey, you got it
Giant
with a
spear?
lady.
Giant Stand. No, Giant Spear, I thought. Giant Spear.
I'd love to be nicknamed Giant Spear.
Oh
Oh,
my
Rim.
goodness, Numbers.
No, so AM and KG were the other ones that were...
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Ruda, there's a bee?
Wait a minute.
There's a bee.
MT. Could it be
Yeah, that's-
Maven Thorn?
Yep. I just saw that. As well.
Whoa.
Pieces falling into place.
Based on the initials of the only people we've ever met on this continent.
Her,
True.
so, well, her niece is a kid, though, right?
Out of curiosity.
Also
Oh my god, thank you so much for the raid, Core!
Hey,
Woo! Thank you, Core! That is
Good
so
to
funny.
see
We
all
like
ya.
Just talking about Core.
Yeah, we were actually just talking about Core. Thank you so much! We're talking about how wonderful your art is.
Hell yeah.
Oh my goodness, it's the Robit Raid. Thank you so much, everyone. Welcome to the Robit Raid. We're playing a little bit of D&D, and people are starting to put the pieces together.
That's right.
Let us continue doing just that.
Umi, you were saying.
Out of curiosity, Humi is at the corner of the tavern. How well lit is this place?
You went over to that table over there?
I am in the corner.
Wait, where are you? I actually cannot see you. Oh, you're in that corner.
Would he have been beckoned over by Audrin as well?
Yeah,
maybe.
anyone watching could see.
That's Humi in the corner. Humi, it's in general, as you look around, it's pretty dimly lit in this tavern. This place is pretty well shaded. For what reason, you can kind of come up with your own explanations and meanings for, but there's a lingering smoke in the rafters of the wood. There's only really lit by candlelight amongst the tables and a few lanterns kind of scattered about, but for the most part, the tables seem to be in a little bit of a shadowed silence.
Okay. Do I see anyone looking around at me?
As you
Or
all
in my
begin
direction?
in your direction, you see a couple eyes occasionally glancing back towards your direction, as it's not necessarily commonplace for a guard to be posted in a tavern. Around surely, but not like actively on duty while inside. But you're getting a couple glances here and now. You're also noticing your party members getting some glances here and there, but none that necessarily raise any kind of question.
Okay, I'm a turn of.
People are definitely looking at your dog, though.
Good. Okay, so Humi is going to stealthily shapeshift, if they can.
Sure.
Or-
You're gonna have to roll stealth on that,
Stealth? Alright.
because you are in a public place with nothing to hide behind.
But it's dim.
Okay, and I'm going to shift into... Oh, darn. Well, I guess I'll have to go to the closest thing I'm looking for.
Do you need me to get you a new form?
No, I'm just going to steal an old one.
Okay. Oh,
I turned into Valana.
okay.
Isn't Valana here?
She's
No,
not
she's
here.
not.
She's waiting with Mina right now.
Oh
with
yeah.
Mina.
Okay, I will say as you do so quickly and with a skilled subtlety as you are accustomed to, no one seems to notice this change.
And now Humi's going to join all you guys.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna turn back to Humi, not realizing it's him. I'm like, Lana, didn't realize you were here. But if you take a gander here, what do you reckon that says?
Looks like a tall drink of water, sailor.
Okay, he's gonna
Or
mouth
is gonna raise her
mouth
eyebrow.
agape a little bit. Is gonna be like, it meant the names, lass. The names on the bar, but flattered, as always.
Humi is going to give you a wink, and they're going to read the names.
This is sabotage.
Mischief.
These.
I mean, no
Avara's
one insight
gonna-
checked it.
Avara's gonna too, just so it's clear for the record, share that, kind of point out the additional initials that she noticed when she took a look at it. So that way Audrin and Numbers are aware. And I assume
Yeah.
probably Humi
So I
now
would
as
see
well.
them too.
Yeah.
Okay, so everyone sees all these initials and these organization names carved into the wood of this tavern.
So, what do you guys think we should carve?
Well, that's the question, isn't it? Figure we're getting a bit of a reputation around these parts, so we should have a
Are
name to
we-
go by.
Are we really, though? I mean, what exactly have we done to warrant carving our name into the vestige of the spa?
Well, maybe it's yet to be determined. Just the same, I'd like to have something to introduce us by.
This
I
could be the
mean-
moment.
When I was in the carnival, we always had fun little names for our troupe. We should do something.
Carnival, you say?
And Avara's gonna look at her and also look at Ship and then put two and two together and be like,
Yeah.
Y'all do
Oh,
see Ship
got it.
sticking
I
right
know.
by Valana's side.
I know who this is. And she'll give
yeah.
a little chuckle.
I'm just gonna narrow his
Haven't
eyes a
figured
little
it
bit
out.
and be like, alright, that was pretty good. I'll give you that.
Numbers is just gonna think, I didn't know Valana was in the carnival.
Okay, so
Oh, Numbers!
Audrin's just sitting here with like a little dagger out, ready to carve.
He's got a dagger. It's sheathed, but yeah, he's got a dagger and it's kind of pointed towards the where on the bar the other names have been written.
Any
He's-
proposals?
He's thinking, well, the way I see it, we've been dead before and we'll be dead again soon, so why not call ourselves something along the lines of, I don't know, the Exhumed Accord, or the Double Downs, if you will.
The double downs. That's goofy.
That's why I like it.
Should
How
go
many
by
of us were
the
there?
one deed we've done so far, the Hag Slayers.
And she'll pound the table as she says this.
Oh my god.
You take yourself a bit too seriously, lass, if you're asking me.
Well,
Perhaps
you
you aren't taking me seriously enough.
Oh, that's for
I'll say.
damn sure.
you point out that we were dead before, and we are lucky to be alive again now somehow, and we're very grateful for it. Perhaps we could call ourselves the Grateful Dead. Is that taken?
Oh
It does roll
my
off the tongue a
god.
little bit.
That's so
what?
funny. Oh
Only
my
problem
god.
being that we're not dead right now, is it?
Well, including shift, we're 7. So the spectral 7?
Y'all could be the Grateful Undead.
Grateful undead.
Perhaps we should just go with something familiar.
I like the double downs one because we're doubling down on coming back to life on our lives and such. You only live once, twice, after all.
Ooh, I love that.
The grateful revived Gruta.
Hmm. You only live
Bring me to
once.
life.
We are Evanescence.
Y'all are aiming me.
Evanescence, I like that. It sounds like a sort of
Yeah, I
spectral
bet you
spirit.
do.
Oh man, no, we're not. I don't actually say that.
It's okay. Y'all can be Paramore because you have an orange-haired bitch.
You do.
Okay, so
I forgot what I wanted right now. No, I think Avara's gonna just kind of quizzically raise her brow. Do you mind repeating them again, Aldrin? Some of the ones you've suggested.
I only suggested two. So I was thinking.
Repeat them again, you arrogant name.
Alright then.
It's like God.
Well, I was thinking, seeing as we've been taken out of the grave and are now walking free again, we could be the assumed accord. Not many people could claim into that, and considering that we'll be dead again at some point, making it a second time, then call ourselves the Double Downs. A little bit of cheeks for that one, you asking me.
Double downs. That's perhaps a little interesting. I need another
Honestly.
drink before deciding this. And she'll beckon the bartender over for just like a standard glass of wine or something.
He'll nod to you and give you a pour. Do you have a preference between a red or a white?
Always red.
You got it. And he
I'm-
passes you another glass of red.
How much is that?
It'll be 2 silver.
Silver. This bar is fucking expensive. Alright,
Audrey's going to kind of raise two fingers and he's going to say to the barman, tell me something. If I start carving into this table of yours, are you going to kick me out?
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
He said, if I start carving into this table of yours, are you going to have me kicked out?
He just kind of shrugs as he continues what he's cleaning and goes, I'll just look the other way for a minute. And he kind of turns around.
Avara will leave 3 silvers down on the table after that.
come on, guys, you only live once, twice. What is that? Fumi starts counting on their fingers.
Ugh.
Y O L T. Yolt.
Actually,
The day
mean,
that
it would
I
be
introduce
Yolt.
myself as a member of Yolt is the day that I go back into the grave for a second time.
I could not agree more.
Well, then I suppose you have my vote for the Double Downs.
Gonna look to numbers. What say ya?
Has my vote as well.
And he's gonna start carving.
And how come you didn't ask Alvara if she consented to the double downs?
Because I knew you never would.
She just nods and finishes her wine.
Fair enough. Oh, thank you so much for the follow.
This is a big moment for the party.
Guys, the party has a
Indeed.
name. That's big. Episode 23, everyone. The party has a name.
It's on a bar table.
It's on paper.
It's on
You know,
paper.
of a sort.
Paper.
Thanks, paper. We couldn't have done it without you. It's all on paper. Thank you.
It's all ogre now. Oh, thank you so much for the follow.
Yay!
Okay, guys.
So I guess you just scratch DD in there.
DD.
The
Double downs.
No, he writes the whole thing.
We're gonna be there a minute.
Did you
Audrin?
carve it over an existing name, or did you carve it like in like
Just below the list of names.
Okay.
Audrin, I will say as you're carving this, and everyone is just kind of watching Audrin whittle the wood away into the double downs, I will say at this time, Milana and Mina are just kind of wandering around. Milana gave me one request of something she would like to do, since she is
Okay.
not here to do it, and that is she would like to cast Message.
Oh boy.
to
Oh?
Alvara.
Oh boy.
Oh?
Hey, here we go.
So Mina and I are trying to find where you guys went. Where did you guys go? And it just kind of cuts off.
It cuts off.
I-
Mara will respond to the message and just say, "We're at a tavern known as the Beast in the Barley, chosen by yours truly, of course, and I must say, it is impressive."
How many
I
words
really
was
thought
that?
you were about.
I'll shorten it if it has to get cut off.
Say, because message is only 25 words.
Do you want me to type it out and actually find out?
Nah, who cares?
I think it was.
That sounds accurate enough.
Yeah, it was close-ish.
Well, that's enough.
She got the where we are. That was definitely under.
About a few minutes later, since you guys weren't terribly far away to begin with, Milana and Mina make their way through the door.
How many minutes after that was that? Like half an hour or so? How long have we been here? I guess is what I'm asking.
You guys have
Oh,
been
yeah.
there, I will say, probably like about half an hour.
Nina came in as a spider.
No, no, no,
Changes
I
right
came in
into a
as Nina.
fairy.
Just like sits in someone's class.
Also, welcome Raven Moon.
Welcome to all of
Welcome,
you.
everyone.
Happy to have you here, my friends.
So, they walk in and they immediately see over to the bar a copy of themselves and the other members of the group. Mina, you are now
we
in here
time
as
bubble
well.
to them? Did they finish in their area?
The only
Like-
thing they were doing is just waiting an hour and then coming back.
Oh, I see. Well, welcome, friends. We
Hello,
were
hello?
just naming our party here, and
what-
point to where Audrin is carving into the wood.
What name did you choose?
The Double Downs.
Oh, I actually quite like that.
Yeah, because we were dead once, and by golly, we'll be dead again by the end of this quest.
The way this is going, yeah.
Hopefully not. I'll try to keep you all alive as best as I can.
You do great at that, Mina.
And actually, let me get this to Fairy some alcohol. Avara
Oh
now
no,
two
no,
drinks
no!
in,
I
is gonna
don't
wave
drink.
the bartender over Mina's protest. And bartender, get me a pour of your strongest liquor, please.
Same thing
And
as
Bart-
the lad over here.
Strongest, not finest.
Strongest it shall be. And he turns around and begins to once again check the bottles. And he looks, as he's doing so, he looks back over to you, Numbers, and he goes, anything for you while you're at it?
Yeah, a little information, if you would. We're looking into some recent robberies around town. We understand the Beast and Barley was one such target recently. Was wondering if you might know a thing or two about that.
Well, that is a story that took place, I would say, maybe about 5 months ago at this point. We've managed to make a little bit of a recovery and comeback, thankfully. But that was a rough spot for a bit.
Mind telling me what happened? And I flashed the coin representing the Thorn investigators, or what are they called again? The Last Light Observers?
There's the First Light Observers and there's the Last Light Vanguard.
The First Light Observer, is that what my coin represents, or does it just have Thorn's symbol on it?
It just has Lady Thorn's symbol on it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just flash him that like it's a badge.
And what were you trying to ask him?
If we could, get more information, like recount what happened exactly.
Well, that much I can do for you. And as he makes his way back over, he hands to you, Alvara, since you asked her the strongest beverage, a bit of a dark, kind of black, a little bit brackish looking liquid that just reeks of potent alcohol. It's almost like Kraken with how dark it is, like like a dark rum.
Yeah, no cracking. How much is that?
Now that one's gonna cost you about 5 silver.
5 silver. Does the bar come with it? I'm just kidding, of course.
Well, you
She'll
did just
give-
take a piece of it with you. And he like
She's
kind of
gonna
nods to what
actually-
Audrin's doing.
She's gonna go. If you give me, actually, let me ask you this, DM. Is the original 3 silver still on the counter?
It is.
From the other drink? She's gonna take that back and just drop a gold on and just say, for my earlier drink and this one. And as she brings it over to Mina, she's gonna cast prestidigitation again on it to make it smell more like a honey, like nectar, like something that Mina would be a little more
Gotta
comfortable.
get this
perhaps
innocent
would-
creature drunk.
How loudly did you order it as the strongest drink? Would I have known this, or?
Yeah, she's
I mean,
not
you're right
hiding
there.
it. Yeah.
Well, I
And she's
usually
gonna
don't.
turn with a smile.
Mina's not gonna grab it out of your hand right away. She's gonna be like, no, normally I don't drink much. I'll have a thimble of wine at most at like a party or something. I'm not usually one to drink, and you said this is the strongest one you had, and she's gonna look towards the barkeep at this.
The barkeep kind of blinks for a minute, not realizing that there is now unable to see before, given your height behind everything. But he now realizes that this strong beverage has just been given to a fairy. Kind of blinks for a minute and looks at you with a little bit of a squint, and he goes, "Are you please don't take offense, but are you old enough to be drinking that?"
Yes, I am old enough, but normally I would say I'm more of a lightweight, as you can see. And she's gonna point to the vet. She is literally just floating in the air.
The cup is about the size of like your chest.
Alvara's just gonna say, "Oh, Mina, I just mean it as a sort of token of my appreciation, for your healing efforts." And she's gonna proffer it and extend her arm a little bit with it out.
How about this then? And Mina's gonna pull out what looks like a hollowed out acorn, maybe a little bit larger than one you would just find on the ground. Say, what if I take a little bit and you have the rest? We'll share.
Sure, that makes sense. And Alvara's gonna gesture to take the acorn so she can pour you some.
Oh, I hand over the acorn.
Okay, so Alvara's gonna pour a little bit into the acorn, and then hand Mina the glass while she holds the
Why are you
acorn.
so adamant on getting this tiny little creature drunk?
I was about to say this is so sweet, and then you said that.
Mina's gonna look for help from anyone else in the party, and like be like kind of questioningly cautious about this whole situation.
Oh, don't worry. If you need anyone to sit on, I'm sure Shift will give you a ride.
Because you spoke up, Mina's gonna kind of whisper into your. Much has she had to drink so far?
The usual daily allowance.
Mina's just gonna shrug her shoulders and be like, you know what? Why not? And she's gonna take a big sip of such a beverage.
And that was the last we saw of her.
Mina
Oh,
died about
no.
12 points today.
She literally falls on the ground and curls up her legs like a dead insect.
So Mina, you take a sip of this?
First, she smells it, and smelling this delicious honeyed wine flavor coming off of it, she's gonna be like, you know what? It can't be that bad. What is the flavor profile of such a beverage?
Before I describe that to you, two things.
Oh, no.
One, Mina, roll a
Oh, no.
Constitution
Oh,
saving
no.
throw for me real quick.
No,
I am
no,
Very small.
Also, everyone, when you get a minute, just please take a peek over to the tavern really quick.
Very well.
Okay,
Okay, saved by the roll.
okay, Mina, I see you.
Mina's just chugging.
Mina's a fucking champ, guys.
My god. Is there anything Mina can't do?
And by the tavern, I mean, not the Discord one.
Yeah.
But, so Mina, you take a sip of this, and it smells incredibly sweet. It smells like a tasty mead that you've had before in the Feywild. It's just full of spices and sweet cinnamons, and that delicious honey smell, so you eagerly take a drink. But what it tastes like is not anything from what you just smelled. It is... bitter's not the correct word. It is potent and tart. It's full of spices, but it is quite strong, and it stings your tongue in the back of your throat. And you feel you have a brief moment where, as you're drinking this down with that big eager gulp that you had, you kind of feel a bit of an uneasy churn in your stomach and like a little bit of a quiver in your esophagus, as if this might be bad. But you take a couple seconds after to just collect yourself, and it passes soon enough. But you feel it burning in your stomach.
That was that was really smooth. Cheers, Alvaro will say with a genuine smile, as she drowns the little acorn it was worth and hands it back to Mina before turning around back to the bar.
Mina's gonna fly over and drop the glass off on the bar.
We're here to
I'm
party at
scared.
the end of the day. That's what Alvara's thinking, at least, just so everyone's aware. We're carousing.
This is very
We're at the
true.
bar.
Aren't we fairly close to like early afternoon at the latest?
No, we're here for a good time.
Yeah, what
Oh.
time is it, DM?
Wait, Humi. Alright, guys, Humi just redeemed group
Okay.
potions for the group.
Oh, I
We're here
cannot
for a
tonight.
good
I have to
time.
drive later.
Gotcha.
You
I
have
will,
to drive.
Yeah, picking my dad up from the airport.
Ooh.
Well, who's gonna take it? Who's gonna take one for the team for Mina?
I
I'll
vote
do it.
for
Audra, of
Humi
course.
since
Oh.
they were the ones.
I'll do it before the sentence finishes.
I'll do it for a reason to drink some of that delicious,
Ooch.
yeah, hooch that I brought.
Oh yeah, that stuff was fantastic.
Hooch
That was really good.
delicious.
Mm.
Alright, I will. I guess I'll just be right back. I'm gonna pour a potion for myself. Give me one moment.
Restoring hit die, baby. How about a little ASMR for the people at home?
I'm gonna go grab some liquor.
Same.
I'm gonna grab water because I am thirsty.
We weren't ordered to drink by the chat yet. I'm just kidding. Here we go.
Oh my goodness gracious. Groot, you better take a shot with us. I mean a
Hell
potion.
yeah.
I mean a potion!
Potion!
Ooh, baby, what's everyone's poison tonight?
The same thing I've been drinking since we've started the campaign. Sagamore Spirit Rye.
You
American
can't
whiskey.
go wrong. If it ain't broke.
You can never go wrong with whiskey.
I just got back, and I'd like to say, Gruto,
Back
you're
to-
always more than welcome to join in on these group potions, of course.
Yes, feel
But
free.
of course.
It's more fun with the audience.
I consider
What
you here at the bar
potion
with
do
us.
you
I'd
can
offer
choose?
myself, if that's okay, of course. You put your body on the line for us.
In fact, you guys look over and you see a
Dragon.
a bronze dragon sitting at the bar.
Hey. Cheers.
Oh.
It's a group potion, so I'd say you should do whiskey, tequila, or rum.
Copper. Oh, damn
Copper!
it.
Oh my
No!
god, he's a police officer?
This wasn't you. This was someone
Yeah.
else.
Dude, we can't be drinking around him. He's gonna arrest us.
Copper. Whiskey for me. Yeah, I have a little bit of Crown Royal. I'm almost done with this bottle. The Crown! Are we doing it together, or are we...
I
What are we
just
doing?
did
Yeah,
mine.
give me 1 second.
Oh yeah, I downed mine already.
Oh,
I
okay.
poured a little drinky.
But
I'm
I
not
can-
gonna,
Yeah,
like,
I'll do it.
like
I'll
a
do it
shot of
with
But I
whiskey.
can double down in if
Gotcha.
we're saying.
Oh,
so.
double down.
Ooh,
I'm about to.
oh,
I'm gonna knock
delicious.
mine
Alright.
back. Cheers, everyone.
DM, cheers. Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers, my friends.
That golden ASMR.
Oh, you
Delicious.
can't really do that with. Put that and a beverage.
You are brave to try, sir, and I applaud your courageousness.
I do have this though.
Ooh.
Oh, that was crisp. That
What
was
a
nice.
lovely note. Soon we'll be able to start our band.
I would love to
Hi,
make a band
Quintum!
entirely based.
Oh my
off
god,
of-
it's Quimtum!
Good to see you, my boy.
Hi, Quimtum.
Billy
I did not, however, vote for Bill Quimtum, but I did vote for Quintum.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Okay, so before we had divulged to potions, what was asked?
The time of day, I think.
Oh, time of day.
Yeah.
It's about like 5 o'clock in the afternoon, like 5:30 at this point.
Oh, okay, it's later than I thought.
Rum and cola.
Oh.
Did
he ever answer my question about the robbery?
So he comes back over to you, and he brings just back like a glass of water for you, given that you hadn't said if you wanted anything or not. So he just kind of slides
Which is
you.
just my speed. Actually.
Yeah, really. So he just slides you a glass of water, and he says, "You guys working with the observers?"
In a way.
Well, I've never really seen them hire an adventuring party before, but I guess there's a first for everything when there's mysteries about.
You suppose right, good sir.
Well, all I can really tell you is, there were no witnesses to this. I wasn't here at the time. The others that were working here at the time were not around. It must have been in and out incredibly quickly because, while we do operate to a certain degree as a place of stay as well, no one saw anything that happened that night. It's just 1 minute the money was there, and the next it was gone. There was no trace of anyone.
When you say no one was around for the robbery, what do you mean? Isn't this an inn? Don't you have like a rotating staff that to always have someone here?
Well, that's the funny thing, is that usually there's at least one person positioned, just in case travelers come in and out of the night. But the person that was on staff, I'm assuming they just kind of took a step aside to maybe even just use the bathroom, but in the time that they were gone, within like 5 minutes, it happened.
And who was that person?
They're not working here anymore, but if you felt like tracking them down, their name is Adam Brooke. It's a younger fella.
Adam Brooke.
Where
We
is
have our perk.
where does he reside these days?
I think Adam was usually around, somewhere just within like the typical residential area of Balverden. Just somewhere, and like more towards like the middle of town.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not
beyond
exactly
that on him?
I'm not exactly sure. I mean, I didn't really know the guy myself since he was operating on a different time than I was, but in passing by, he just always seemed kind of pleasant. Young kid, maybe like 18 or 19.
Could you describe his appearance?
Yeah, he's kind of a little tall, a little kind of lanky and lithe. Kind of messy, ash blonde hair. He's kind of like dark brown eyes, I guess, like some freckles.
Does this look like what's his name? Justin Rowley? Like a younger version of him, maybe?
The person he's describing?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, okay. Thought maybe it was when you said tall. I thought maybe it was him casting like a youngness spell or something. But this is a totally different sentience entirely. Okay. Thank you for the description. What all was taken though? You mentioned gold.
That's the only thing that was taken, was the gold.
Taken from where exactly?
We have a lockbox on hand. That's always been enough to deter any kind of thievery. It's not exactly the easiest lock to get a hold of. but somehow they managed to pop it open without any effort.
So no signs of forced entry. Someone used a key on it.
And no signs of forced entry.
Are you sure your employee didn't break into it? Do you mind if we see this lockbox?
Sure, and he walks over to the little drawer that's behind him, and he pulls out a small wooden box that you do hear a little bit of rattling coin from inside. And he brings it over to you and sets it on the counter.
Yeah, I'd like to inspect. What should I roll?
Uh,
Say, everyone, take a look at this.
Roll investigation on the box, anyone who's looking at it, for clues.
Yeah, I presume we're all. I figured the bartender was kind of talking and gesturing.
Yeah,
toward
he's
all of us.
talking to the whole of everybody.
Yeah, given how tight this is.
Can I just say
I'm
the
gonna use my
twins
inspo.
are going to help?
Can you say what?
The twins are going to help.
The twins. And speaking of which, fucking Valana's looking at you, Humi. He's kind of looking at you with narrowed eyes and going, "What kind of game is
It's on
this?"
his head.
Well, you know what they say about twin intuition. Two's more fun than one.
Oh god.
Or something.
Is everyone rolling for investigation, or should I just roll with advantage?
Everyone's rolling separately.
Okay.
Okay.
It seems like you rolled twice.
Yeah, I used inspo.
Oh, okay.
Whee!
Oh, Audrin, you rolled a 4? For some reason, there's always a copper dragon in taverns just looking at you. You
And
guys
he
are
always
being
looks
followed
incredibly
by a copper
judgmental.
dragon.
He's judging us from afar.
Every time you guys look over your shoulder for any kind of perception, you notice about 500 feet away there's just a copper dragon staring at you all.
Yeah, with an expression that says, "I've heard you guys say some dumbass shit."
The urge to approach them, though.
He's like,
Just sort of silent observer.
the plot twist is this copper dragon is actually like the collective conscious of you all. Oh, Audrin with the 4.
That's what I mean. We don't want to like approach you and inquire. We're just like warmed by the presence of this dragon. Whoa.
It's like
everybody
slightly
roll?
threatening, but slightly comforting. So numbers, you got a 17. Audrin with a 4. Umi with a 19. And Alvaro with a 15.
Yep.
Okay, so everyone, as you're looking at this, it seems to be a decently sturdy enough lockbox. There seems to be a couple different spots for keys, actually, within the lock mechanism itself. But Humi, Alvara, and Numbers, as you're looking at this box, there's nothing broken or obviously tampered with on this box. But as you're looking at it, at the metal pieces that make these keyholes, you do see like a little bit of very, very thin, like scratching on the metal. Like something very like pinpointed and sharp had like scraped it.
Like a fish hook, perhaps.
Hey,
Or something.
can I see that piece of metal that you found at that bathhouse?
Alvaro will. I think Alvaro still has it on her, right?
I believe so.
I'm just gonna take it out and just put it on the bar. Dink.
Valana is going to pick it up, and they're going to just put it up to the lock. Huh. Do you think that could have scratched it?
Should we roll, like,
If you can
to
tell if that's like what would do it.
forensically, like,
Yeah, roll for
Forensic
forensics.
examine the,
Roll for forensics.
Who's got the
splash
forensics
line?
kit?
I have proficiency in forensics.
I could perform for
Oh my god. It's a performance check.
sleight of hand.
With the insight?
Humi and Alvara, as you like both kind of work together to put the metal together, put the pedal to the metal, as it were, and take the fishhook and try to like align it up with this metal piece, and you take the tip of this workshopped fishhook, and you notice that the pinpoint tip of this fishhook and the scratching on this metal, they seem to be damn near identical in like what you feel like the scratching capability would be.
Damn.
Uh-oh.
I think we have it.
Perhaps a new lead.
No, but corroborating evidence. This is a good sign. I think we should talk to Adam Rook, who lives in the residential area. You said any particular part of the residential area?
He was not sure. This is someone he does not have much experience with.
But he let him run the inn.
He was just a night shift worker. He wasn't running it.
Do you have any other employees here?
There's a couple. We have some that do cooking, some that do cleaning. I myself tend the bar during the day. There's no one tending the bar at night, as that's locked down.
Surely there's like a W-2 we could see that would show his address or something. Like, how does he not know where this guy lives?
The tax forms are confidential. You're gonna have to contact the IRS for that one.
Quasi-medieval society. Yeah.
Okay, Boomy is go grab Volana's hand and say, "Oh, me and my sister are great cooks. Can we talk to the cook?"
And he's just gonna like look at both of you. And he goes, so you guys have twins in your group?
Yeah.
Aurora will side-eye.
I must say, yeah.
I didn't catch you two walking in here together with everyone.
Best
Oh,
not to
we're
bring it
not.
up, lad. They're a little bit insecure about it, as a matter of fact. They're constantly the subject of focus, you know what I mean?
You would not believe. But yeah, we're twins. We're not always attached at the hip, but yeah.
It would seem. Yeah, if you want to speak to the cook, they're only here for a handful of hours throughout the day as they rotate as well. We have a couple that come in and out, but we do have one on shift right now.
Perfect.
Let's
Boomy
talk
is
to
going
him.
to drag Volana to the cook.
Okay, so if you guys want to make your way over to the side door,
I'd like to join as well.
and give me one moment. In fact, you know what? We've been going for an hour now. Do you guys want to take the 10-minute break now and then come back for another hour or so?
That sounds good.
Okay. So everyone, we're going to take a 10-minute break, snack break, pee break, smoke break, whatever it is you got to do. It is time to do it.
Phew.
So meet back here in 10 minutes. It's 7:35 for us right now, so we'll be resuming at 7:45.
Indeed.
One.
I can't wait.
And in the meantime, I'll be sitting right here before I go take my own break, and I'll be here chatting with the chat. How's it going, everyone? You put too much rum in that? Oh, Gerta, what happened? Who's all staying
I'm peeing shortly.
right now?
No, not right now. Shortly.
Right this minute?
Yes. Yes.
Yes. I will be doing so soon, shortly.
No, shortly.
Oh no! Quimtum! Numbers took his whole setup to the bathroom. Maybe. Quimtum's who's taking the potion? Who's gonna be the lucky punished? Numbers got a refill? Numbers, it's time for some more hooch.
It's actually the opposite of a refill. But my partner's in the bathroom right now, so I'm gonna wait a minute.
Well, while you're waiting a minute, you can have more hooch.
Yeah. This is This is licensed hooch, everyone. We don't condone illegal activity on this stream. I bought this shit at the farmer's market.
This ain't illegal hooch.
Yeah.
This ain't your mom's hooch. How was your guys' Friendsgiving? It was wonderful. We made entirely too much food. I couldn't even think of the concept of food for like an entire day after.
Yeah, that was plenty.
Everything was so fucking yummy though.
For real.
I was telling a couple of the others when I hopped on. I cut myself a piece of pumpkin pie that one of our friends bought before I hopped on, and I gotta tell y'all, that shit is fucking huge.
Oh, I didn't have that one. That was a big ass pie.
It's good, but guys, this is a pumpkin pie from Costco. It is the biggest pumpkin pie I've ever seen in my life.
Well, you go to Costco to buy in bulk.
Apparently they make the pies in bulk too, because it's the biggest fucking pie I've ever seen.
Guess I'll have to come by and eat more of it.
Yeah, everyone, get your asses back over here. We have to finish this pie.
Eat till my dignity expires? That would never start.
Yeah, Quentin came too. Quentin, what'd you think of the pie? I'm sure it'll survive the trip. You know what? It's so fucking sturdy and hardy, I'm sure it would.
Alright, I'm pouring one more little thing of hooch, then I'm putting this away.
Oh, shh. You know what? I'm gonna see really quick. I'll be right back. I'm gonna see if I can use the bathroom yet. BRB. I have been denied the banyo. Oh my goodness gracious, everyone! So we started early today. Hey, I gotta use the bathroom. Audrey's just staring at me from my doorway. Why'd you bring the bird in here? She's gonna bite me too. Hi, Maya. Hi, Maya bird. You's a bird. Who's a bird? Who's a bird? Who's a pretty bird? It's Maya. It's Maya. Blue Maya. Little Maya. Oh, I'm sorry. I just poked her with my mic. I'm sorry, BB. I love the Maya emote. It fits her face perfectly. Come here, BB. Okay, I'm gonna run to the
I
bathroom.
returned from my journeys to places unknown. Who
Alright.
knows where I was?
I'm gonna use the bathroom.
Ah. Can I get a roll call? Who is here on this godforsaken screener? Oh my god, I'm alone. Alright, well, I know how to entertain people while I'm by myself, not to worry. I'll begin juggling! Woo! Alright, here we go. Ready to see 4? Ready to see 4? Let's go! 4! Did somebody say 5? Oh boy, that's... okay. Let's do it. Let's see if 5.
I return.
That's 5! Oh god, I'm juggling 5! Did somebody say 6? Do I hear a 6?
5 what?
I'm juggling to entertain the crowd. All right. All right, we're going for
Struggling
7.
what?
We're going for 7. We're going for 7.
Good, I did not take my whole setup to the bathroom. I have a Bluetooth headset with a mic.
So, yeah, the 7 didn't work out.
I'm back.
I made a mess. There's blood fucking everywhere. There's blood everywhere. Do you understand me?
Oh god.
I tried to go to... No, Quentin, we can't get to 8. I tried to get to 7.
What the fuck did I walk in on?
Everyone was gone. I was by myself, so I had to entertain. I started juggling. And I reached for the 7th ball. And it was a knife.
Oh.
Reach your knife juggling proficiency yet?
No, well, 7's a little much for me.
Now he never will.
It's only one
Fortunately.
knife. 6 balls.
I did lose several digits, but, you know, that's just the way it goes.
Kind of every good juggler has, really.
Yeah, no, I lost several digits, but in the process of it, I also perfectly shaved my face. So...
It's good of you.
And he got a lot of cred.
Good for you after all.
Yeah, you know.
Maybe you can hack it in the juggling world.
Oh, I hacked it all right.
Oh.
What the hell happened while I was gone?
Audrey lost several fingers.
What?
Yeah, I started juggling to entertain people. Yeah, it didn't end well. Needless to say, Winnie, you can no longer go to Trader Joe's.
The hell did I do?
I tried to juggle too much. And, let's just
And
say
that
you
banned
can't go to-
me from Trader Joe's?
You can't
He's
go to
playing
Trader
in a
Joe's
Trader
anymore.
Joe's right now. You didn't know?
You can't go to Trader Joe's. I wore a lifelike Winnie mask. And I went
Man,
to
that
Trader
actually
Joe's and
sucks.
started
I like
juggling-
Trader Joe's.
Started juggling the avocados.
Hey, y'all
Oh,
ever have
that's
those,
actually
like,
good.
flavored corn chips? I don't remember what they're called. From
No.
Trader
The
Joe's.
street-
Oh,
street
oh,
corn chips.
The
yeah.
street corn chips.
Yeah, those are good.
Those are so fucking...
They're like
Trader
scoopers.
Joe's corn chip.
Ah,
Trader Joe's is like so good.
holy
except,
moly.
except
Quentin
you have
doesn't
to
know
go
the
to
name.
a real grocery store after.
That's true, you do need to do that.
Yeah.
For those of you that don't know what Trader Joe's is, I'll clue you in. You go to this place where you can get a whole bunch of nice pre-made foods that has the worst produce section you've ever seen, but
Yeah.
such good pre-made foods that you go anyway, and you check out with people that are very nice wearing Hawaiian shirts. Quentin, I feel like you'd really like it.
It's actually a really nice store.
It's-
It's pricey.
It's vibe
The
heavy.
grocery store, yeah. It's like a step above the average grocery store type grocery store.
They have some good like prices on some things.
On some things,
Like
yeah,
cheap
but,
ice
I've heard they
cream.
do,
but
yeah.
some things is fucking crazy.
I heard a lot of
Yeah.
their pre-made
That's literally exactly what you go
meals
there
are
for.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? They make those maple sandwich cookies I really like.
Oh, those are so
Oh,
good.
Yeah, and the hazelnut cookies, I like those too.
Maple sandwich.
And you know what? They make a really nice frozen like spinach and artichoke dip that you can heat up. It's actually quite delicious.
It is not entirely
It's not like
unlike
Buc-ee's. No, it's not like Buc-ee's.
I
Buc-ee's
didn't
is
say it was
huge.
like Buc-ee's. I said it's not entirely unlike Buc-ee's.
Buc-ee's is in the state that I'm from.
Out of curiosity, what's this food smell like in the tavern?
It smells interesting. So the food in the tavern, from what you can smell and the smell that's coming mostly from the back, but even first from some tables that you would come in, the aroma in this tavern smells heavily of spiced wines, and like there's like a hearty stew smell, like a
Let's
hearty
just say
beef stew and potatoes.
It smells exactly like burnt toast, and we're gonna need you to roll a Constitution save.
Oh God! Who me? Who me?
Oh no!
Oh my
Hooey, I
God!
don't-
Hooey, you're
I
having a
tell you this.
stroke.
I'm sorry,
you just had a
guys. I gotta
stroke,
go
Hooey.
home.
Hooby,
my
what
God.
happened to you?
I don't know.
Hooey
I
tries
had a
to transform
sandwich,
into
and I
people
smelled
and-
toast, and then I ate the sandwich, and then I didn't smell toast.
And now Hooey's having a stroke.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
now when you try to turn into other people, only half your body turns in.
Oh my God!
Oh God!
It's like a Two-Face situation.
That's brutal.
You got a Harvey Dent going on.
Good lord.
Anyway, shall we continue with the session?
What do you mean? The session's done. We have to mourn Humi.
Yeah, okay. So you guys are standing at the grave.
Long live Humi.
This is not Humi's body.
Man, Yolt really lasted like a minute.
It
only
lasted
lived
5
twice.
minutes.
That was
Well,
gonna
the
be a
nice thing
problem.
is that Yolt can also mean you only live once thrice. So
It's supposed to be. Are we doing Yolt or is it Yolot? Or Yola?
I think you guys are
It's
forgetting
Yola.
that you have to
Yeah, it's
thrust thrice.
It's Yola.
Thrust price.
It's Yola,
Thrust
yeah,
thrice.
I concur with
is
that.
everyone back?
Yes,
Yes.
we're back. Are y'all ready?
Yeah.
We are so back.
Before we go on another 7-hour
It's
tangent,
so over.
So we have a new lead with this Adam Brooks fellow, and a.
He's one of the Brooks brothers.
We've learned that this box was picked with a fish hook potentially. It
And we're about to
seemingly
talk about
aligns. I'm saying this out of character, just so we can kind of like start to think about next steps. Because here's the thing about it, is that I don't know if we have the authority to make arrest, like as part of the First Light Observer contingency party or whatever the hell we are. But we might want to like bring in that other guy and maybe this Brooks person for like questioning to kind of like see if we can get more out of them than we would just like with asking them like in the street or just following them to their house and then leaving them alone.
well, we have nowhere to bring them into.
Well, we would have to bring them to like the ferry island area.
Well,
Probably bring them to, like,
okay.
Thorn's Manor.
You
There's
said
probably
bring
even
them
have
to
the
the
authority-
ferry. I thought you meant literally Mina.
Bring them to me.
Bring them to Mina. Mina will take care of them.
Tear them apart.
Good
Are
cop,
you
bad
afraid
cop
of
with
spiders?
Mina.
Because I can
Ways of
turn
making
into a
this up.
spider.
It's so Jover.
I'm just saying, because we are like there's only a certain distance evidence can take us. I mean, obviously, like I said, this is a new development and we can explore that first, but we might have to consider.
It's not like we
This is
can
something we
come
do.
and go to the Thorn Manor as we please. Assuming we can really only go back when we've brought results or for use of the Revivify spell, but I don't think we
Yeah.
can just go there.
That is an aristocrat's mansion, and we are the rabble.
Yeah, but we are obviously doing work on behalf of that person, and if we said, "Hey, we have an arrest. We would like to interrogate them. This is a major development in the case," I'm sure she would be like, "Oh, okay." She probably wouldn't be like, "What are you doing, bringing them here?"
Does
She
she have the
might.
authority to do that? Does
Do we
this
know
That's what I'm
fantasy
asking. I don't,
universe work like the real life universe?
I don't know if we are allowed to do that.
What I would say is that we don't know for certain that she.
I will
wouldn't
say
just be
what
like-
she told you guys, if you recall, is she told you guys specifically to handle it however you see fit.
Oh
Sure.
shit.
Yeah, so that could mean anything.
So, like, not my problem kind of a thing.
So we just have to burn down.
You got the
town.
feeling as if she wants to see what you'll do.
Okay.
If we glass the city, technically the problem is solved.
Right? That's what I'm saying.
Well,
Technically.
unless you have any fat man or little boy 9th level spells, I don't see how we're gonna do that.
If we establish health insurance in Balriden, so that this guy can get medicine for his sickly child at an affordable price, then he'll stop robbing the stores and it will be problem solved.
Yeah, who are
Well,
the
the-
political figures right now in Balriden that are of relevance for this type of like lobbying effort?
That can establish healthcare as a human right in Balriden.
You guys didn't ask Lady Thorn that question, so I cannot
Not
answer
ju-
that for you.
Not just human rights, just like rights for all.
There really should be
More
no
than humans
excuse.
here.
There should really be no excuse in a universe where there are healing magics.
I mean,
It's like, come on, just go to the fucking temple, dude.
it's like,
Maybe
oh my
he's not
God.
welcome there. You don't know his
Yeah,
circumstances.
what if they don't believe in that god and now they have to go to the temple and be like in debt to that god?
I mean, ethically, it should just be like, heal these people regardless of what they believe in, unless they're like axe murderers, you know what I mean?
There should be like a city MD with wizards that just heal you,
Yeah, but then you would take
regardless of faith.
then you would be taking business away from the temple, so they would lobby to ban that kind
Universal
of
magic
Oh
care.
god.
That would
Yes.
happen, probably.
There's like Citizens United in this universe.
Probably.
It's so
There-
awful.
There are probably people that would go to any lengths to
Citizens
protect their
United.
economic interests.
Oh man.
Can I talk to the chef?
Yes, you can. As you see, with my eyes just fucking glazed over in my seat right now. Because you guys are
Oh, you're
talking
making
about
glazed
universal
eyes.
health care in Dungeons and Dragons.
Just to wrap up that point, that before we were talking about that, it might be good to consider, like, you know, a more decisive next step, whether it's an arrest or something else, because we probably do want to start making moves soon. I mean, we are competing with somebody else, and we're on kind of a
Also,
short
we're
time.
definitely running. We're running out of time
Yeah.
with that body. The whole point here was to save this
It's
lovely
been one
woman.
day.
No,
It really
been
hasn't.
It
one
hasn't
day.
been one day.
It's been 5 days.
So you have
It's
5
been-
more days.
I think they meant it's been like one day
Since
in
we
the
got
city.
to the city.
But now
Yeah.
almost 2, because it's the evening. of
Well,
the second
it
day,
hasn't
but-
even been 24 hours since we got here.
I don't want to talk about healing in Pathfinder because Audryn ruined that for me.
Sorry.
The first campaign I ever DM'd was a Pathfinder 1E campaign, and Audryn played. You want to just tell him what happened?
I played a healbot oracle, life oracle, whose entire purpose was just to annoy the DM anytime she tried to deal damage to the party.
And what was his name?
His name was Farlow Foxworth. He was a kitsune.
He was a little Arctic fox kitsune.
Multiple of us kind of focused all of our efforts on creating a very specific kind of character for that.
It was
campaign.
fantastic. I had
Umi,
so
you want to
much
tell
fun.
them what your character's name was?
For Farlow, that campaign, was that the one when I was an orc?
Yep.
Oh yes, I was Suck my thimbleberries,
So
the strongest orc alive.
we had fucking Lil Farlow just literally throwing cheese and fish at people when he wasn't healing. And then we had Suck my
Clerical spells,
Thimbleberries.
The way I
Jesus
would get my
Christ.
friends together is I would scream thimbleberries on the top of my lungs.
He still does this.
And he
in
also
public
did it in
spaces.
college in public space, and it worked actually.
It's hard to ignore.
It is hard to ignore. Kind of like when you start singing Happy Birthday, even though it's nobody's birthday in the middle of like a crowded eating establishment.
Hey, I think Mike really enjoyed that one. All right, like,
You only did it
see
what 12 times?
the blushing in his face.
He
Went a
looked-
little flush, but then it came back. Don't worry, it's fine.
He looked like he
Now,
wanted
now,
to
then.
die.
Let's continue with CSI Swords Coast.
Now back to Law and Order. Dung dung.
Yeah, let's talk to the cooks.
You guys walk in the back and you hear dung 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 dung. So you open this this door that leads back into the kitchen and to the bar front, and you see a larger kind of like portly woman chopping away at some various vegetables as she begins tossing them into a large pot with a little bit of like a flush in her cheeks from the heat of the stove and the ingredients around her. In the efforts of her work, as she kind of gives a look over to you all, and then just continues back to her work.
Hi, I'm so sorry to bother you, but we're trying to find a coworker of yours for an investigation.
All right, who are you looking for? As she says, as she doesn't even really make eye contact with you. She's just busy chopping away.
Name of Adam Brook. Heard of him?
Yeah, that's the kid that works at night. At least he used to.
Used to.
He doesn't work here anymore.
Oh, well, do you know where he is?
I couldn't tell you.
Hmm.
I'm not his
And
mother.
why? Oh, because you're not his mother. That makes sense.
Well, do you know if he had a fancy for anyone here?
Huh? What'd you say?
Do you know if he fancied anyone here?
Unlikely. She's kind of scoffs as she continues to chop up a couple red onions.
Why say that?
Kid's young and naive, and everyone here's in their middle ages. There's no one here for him.
He doesn't appreciate the nice MILF? Okay, well, his loss.
Why
Oh
did
my
he,
god, it's Ash!
Why did he work here then?
Hi, Ash!
Hi, Ash.
Well, after the whole robbery incident, didn't feel fit enough to stay here. Too much shame.
Shame about what?
Happened while he was on the clock, I imagine.
What was he doing?
Who knows?
Does he work with anyone during night shift, or did he?
There was some cleaning staff on hand, but none that had any contact with him.
Hmm.
He was
Make it-
cleaning his staff while on hand. Oh my god.
Did
He's
he
our
make any?
man.
Did he make?
Audryn says that from across the bar.
I don't even remember what I was gonna say.
Do you?
Thank you for the sub, Ash.
Thank you, Ash.
Yeah.
Do you know if he kept his belongings anywhere on site? Perhaps like a locker, perhaps maybe?
No. I don't keep those here.
This
Okay.
tavern has lockers.
You know, there's a lot of restaurants that have like a place for employees to put their shit. You
Like
know,
cubbies.
It's a thing. Yeah.
Yeah, like basement over here, and I start moseying on over.
I love the idea of a medieval tavern that has like a break room.
Now hold on just a minute because I don't remember if the basement is actually canon to this establishment. Okay, it is.
Cool.
Thank you for your time. And
Off I
follow
go.
numbers.
She continues chopping away. I will say, this might be a stretch. Have any of you guys seen Nanny McPhee?
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, like
Oh.
the like frizzy haired, like red haired, like cook.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's who she like. That's who she is like invoking here with her appearance and her attitude. Like she's like frazzled, trying to get everything done in a short amount of time. A little bit of a mess. So you guys continue on to the basement.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Oh, okay. Here I am. Here we
Here you
are.
are.
Here I am. I'm a city monk.
So, you guys make your way down these creaky wooden stairs and begin to descend. And as you get into the basement, I don't know why everything is clipping in the odd way that it is.
Sometimes you just do that, you know?
Yeah, for some reason the basement's clipping, but down here you see shelves filled with different types of wine bottles. You see casks of alcohol. You see a little bit of storage for different types of produce and meat and cured meat.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let Elvira down here.
I cannot. Can someone help me get to the ground floor?
Any entrances or exits I can spy beyond the staircase?
Let me get Yahumi. No, there's no windows, there's no doors.
Any like anything out of the ordinary? Any clothes belonging to an 18, 19-year-old kid?
Roll an
or something like
investigation
that?
check.
I will aid.
Here's one. Here's two.
Okay, so a 16.
Correct.
So with the 16, you look around. You're not seeing anything that resembles personal belongings here in this basement. This seems to be purely for storage of supplies of this tavern.
Falana is going to sit cross-legged in the middle of the room. And they're going to do what they always do. Pick out a few tarot cards, do a reading, maybe talk to a ghost. You never know.
Yeah.
All right. How many cards you drawing?
I'll do my usual
3 card spread.
Yeah.
All right.
Do a 98 card spread, I dare you.
98 card spread. Here we go. No, I would not do that before with her.
Please, please. It's the deck
Do a
of many things. No. All right. I will say roll a d20 with your charisma modifier 3 times.
With my charisma mod. So if I click the charisma, that will add it.
Actually,
I'm testing it.
yeah, go ahead. You can test it.
Okay.
You
so-
have to click the second.
Yeah,
Uh,
that didn't.
Okay, yeah.
But I will
okay,
say,
gotcha.
don't roll it with your modifier. Just roll a d20 3 times.
Roll a d20 3 times. Okay.
Because the modifier can affect with the card that it could be.
1, 2, 3. Go.
Ooh.
Oh, a 12, an 18, and a 20.
50.
That's pretty good.
Okay, give me one moment. As you begin to sit down on the floor and you feel the cold stone of this basement beneath you, you take a minute to center yourself, and as you do, you're shuffling these cards in your hand, and then once the moment feels right, you set them down on the ground and place 3 face down in front of you.
What do I see?
So, you flip the first card over. And this is a familiar card. The first card you flip over is the Raven, which you know to
Okay.
represent hidden information and a turn of events. See what else you rolled. I already forgot. 18. As you flip over the card that's sitting here in the middle, you flip over the Three of Swords, also known as the Soldier, which in general represents struggle and sacrifice, and a stamina to endure a great hardship. And finally, you flip over the last card, which is the Five of Swords, also known as the Myrmidon, which represents a sudden reversal of fate, or a triumph of an underdog. So with these pieced together, you can almost infer that by triumph of an underdog could almost be interpreted as a success at those of like a lesser status or hand. A gain. A gain from a lower spot.
Okay. So I basically, as Valan is sitting with cards in hand, placing them in front of 127, she's going to recount what each of them mean. The story of unfortunate turn of events. Something that could be hidden. Source of information not yet seen. They're going to turn over as the second card, and they're going to see that, if I could find it. Oh, I cannot find it. Well, I can't find it. The Soldier. Soldier, 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 soldier. And then the third card.
Which was the Myrmidon.
The Myrmidon. Myrmidon is triumphing. Okay, so they triumph from a lower rung in life. The Soldier, where did you see the Soldier?
The Soldier is the Three of Swords. It is represent stamina to endure a great hardship. So someone that has struggled a lot.
Like someone with a sick daughter, perhaps.
Yes.
That sounds accurate.
I really do think it was,
I think we got our guy. We just need proof.
So, yeah, I'm going to, send a... What can I send? What can I send? I could send you a message. Yes, a message. One message for everyone in the party. One at a time.
How many spell slots do you have? Because that's a first level spell, right?
It's a cantrip.
It's a cantrip?
Yes.
Oh, message not sending.
Yes, message. So, the message I'm going to send to everyone while in the basement. I think we have our guy. I think we have our guy. I think we have our guy. I think we have our guy.
Yeah, but we don't have
I think we have our guy. I think we have our guy. I think we have our guy.
Yes!
It's like a song.
I think we have our guy.
It's a sick beat.
Got him, dude!
So I'm gonna head back up. Or actually, no. I'm just going to, shit. 127. Do you think we found everything that there is to find here?
No, because you said you drew that one card that represents unfound information.
Yes, the Raven.
The Raven.
I wonder if it was just the lockbox being opened.
I will say, the Raven, while it does represent mystery, to an extent, it doesn't necessarily mean that, like, you're missing something. It just means that there are secrets that are held here. Or that were held here.
Gotcha.
There was, like, a turn of it just represents like hidden secrets and like a turn of events.
The
I
unknown.
see. I can't get my guy out of the basement.
I will help you.
Okay, I did.
Stairs are like the
Please.
bane
Now I'm
of
trapped in
our
the
existence.
closet.
Oh,
Are you
no.
stuck in the basement? Okay.
There we go. I'm
Phew.
outside the tavern now.
Do you need me to bring you back up to the top floor,
No, I'm all good.
Umi?
I'm outside. I'm out.
You are outside. Valana comes in through the
You-
front door.
Right.
You get outside.
I'm the triplet.
Oh my god.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Yeah. So party. I think that's all the booze we're gonna get out of this establishment.
Or Audrin and
Um,
Alvara and Mina during that time.
Yeah.
Drinking. Audrin's going to, while waiting for his other friends, he's going to be buying 2 rounds all up front for everyone that's left up here. Tell me how much silver that is.
What are you buying them specifically?
Standard ale, whatever.
Standard ale?
style.
Okay, 2 rounds for everybody, so that's like 3 people each.
Yeah.
Okay, that's gonna be 6 silver pieces.
Hey,
Is that for
that's for you too.
so me, Mina, you, and Valana, or no Valana?
Oh,
And
right,
Valana.
Valana's there too. Audrin, that's gonna be 8 silver pieces.
That's fine.
Yeah. So here's
Is that for? Are we indulging? Can we RP that, or do you want to just, for the sake of time, skip that?
That's up to you guys. Do you want to go into detail about what you're doing while Numbers and Humi are investigating, or do you want to jump right into the conclusion?
I do just have one question. How drunk is Mina off of the...
Out of the
beverage
singular sip that you took?
that's a good
That's
question.
something you gotta tell us.
Yeah, because like Mina is not used to drinking alcohol. They're like a 1 glass every 3 or 4 months kind of person.
In that
Of
case,
wine.
you
Like,
tell me, because Mina essentially just took a giant gulp of moonshine.
Oh, Mina is currently laying on the bar, just lazily drawing circles with like her finger next to her face, hiccuping quietly.
The bartender's gonna kind of glance to you and goes, usually we don't allow patrons to put their feet, let alone their entire body, on the bar, but are you alright, little one?
I don't tend to drink things that are that strong usually.
It's gonna kind of look up to all of you and like quirk a brow.
Maybe best to hold her drinks then.
Maya, no chewing.
You're the one that gave
I'll be
it
taking
to me.
I'll be taking the rest of hers then.
The bartender just kind of slides it over to you.
Audrin at this point has 4 drinks in front of him. One of them is already gone.
Pierce for another.
Mind you, Mina weighs like 20 pounds. So
Yeah, Mina's tiny. She's like 2 feet
Mina
tall.
is tiny. Avara will cheers and drink the other 2, and she's pretty fucking much feeling it at this point. I mean, how many drinks? It's like 4.5 drinks in an hour for Alvara, who's probably also not a super frequent drinker.
What?
Seriously?
What do you mean?
Seriously, if she
correct.
takes like a whole
What do you
bottle of wine
mean?
from Valana.
She will drink and carouse and enjoys indulging in it, but by nature of
Maya,
where she
stop!
sort of lived, grew up, she's not drinking a ton, especially in company. Wink. You all
So
don't
the
know.
occasional binger, but nothing extended or
Like
a
when
lot.
she goes, she'll go out. She's not like a 1 glass person, but she's not like going out every weekend type thing.
Every other weekend.
Right. She's not Audrin, but she's not Mina. Let's just say that.
Somewhere in the middle.
What are you
Alright.
trying to say,
We're
huh?
in the middle.
Gruta, thank you for the hydrate sippy.
Thank you, Gruta. That is much needed.
Yay!
I've just been drinking coffee this whole time.
What? Okay.
Yeah.
At this time, I will say Numbers and Humi come back up from the downstairs and the kitchen to rejoin.
So, team, here's where we're at. We know who our guy is. We know he's the guy. And we know Ophelia is gonna go back to Lady Thorn and nail him as well. I think our
What? He's gonna nail him.
only
Something that digital snake
I-
was up to something.
I think our best option here to not have something really bad happen to this guy is to maybe confront him ourselves and get him to turn himself in exchange for like a favorable outcome or something.
What if you recommend like helping his daughter out?
Yeah,
have
we
a
could
fun
figure
idea.
something out magically.
And if not, there's always magical spells we can use. Elvira says as she fucking staggers off this chair and stands right here.
I mean, if we want to catch him
Healing
off
magic is a
guard,
human right.
I could just shapeshift into his daughter, and then we could just like
My
question
God.
him.
You can.
Homie,
Are
I
you
feel like that's a
suggesting
bad idea.
kidnapping someone?
Well, no, but if we need to catch his attention, and like we know he has a sick daughter, and we confront him with evidence, I mean, that's like pretty compelling for like a way to be told, like, hey, we know what you're up to.
Fumi, this is
How
dark.
loud?
Elvira
How loud are we discussing this? Because we are currently in an extremely public place, sitting.
No
at
one
the
knows what
bar,
we're talking about.
People are
Like,
fucked up too.
2 to 3 feet away.
Oh
from other people.
God.
Is that copper dragonborn still staring at us?
So the copper dragonborn that's just, or the dragon that's just sitting in the bar, manages to toss over enough coin to the barkeep to get somebody a potion.
Oh,
Who's taking a potion?
On that.
Wait, Gruda, who is it?
For this twin? Which one? The only twin that's actually here right now is Humi.
Points to Humi.
Alright, Humi, toss a coin to your changeling.
For this twin. Points to Humi.
I'm glad you didn't say me because I gotta be honest with you. I just finished the bottle of bourbon and I'm pretty fucked up right now.
Audrin, what have you been doing?
Drinking a whole bottle of bourbon. What can I tell you?
Why?
I don't know.
Oh my god.
Funny.
Funny.
I
Humi,
didn't
catch up
drink-
to Audrin.
It was mostly gone. I just finished it.
So,
Probably difficult.
so,
So I think we should confront the guy at his home.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna. I remember where we were. So Elvira points to Humi and just goes, "I like the way you're thinking right now. I like that." As she dizzily points at Humi.
Do you know which one Humi is right now?
She's
Quite
gonna
literally
point to the
think
one
that.
closest to Shiv. Well, they did just talk too.
Not true.
Why am I seeing 2 of Valana? I could have sworn not that. Oh wait. Yes, that's right.
Alana says, yes, well, it seems as if someone has taken to a little fun this evening, and she kind of looks over to Humi.
Oh, if you want me to have fun, let me show you a little game.
Uh-oh.
I don't know about this.
So,
I'm scared.
Humi is going to pick up a cup. A wooden cup, if there is one available.
Empty or full?
Empty, empty.
Okay, easily enough at the bar where people have been finishing their drinks and knocking them back, you do see an empty tankard.
Hey. Shift. I'm going to say in Sylvan, fetch. And I'm going to throw the cup in the air. I'm trying to get him to blink and catch the cup.
Is this near Alvara? Because she does speak Sylvan and would probably react.
Yeah, it's right in front of you.
She's gonna go. Her eyes are just gonna widen, and she's gonna try to like take a step backward as this happens, and kind of fall back into the stool.
Humi, roll performance to see how well you two do together with this trick.
Okay. Dice don't fail me now. Beautiful.
Oh, you get a +9 to performance?
Damn.
I'm a bard.
Holy shit. So, as you say this and throw this tankard across the bar, the bartender first kind of puts his hand on the bar in front of him and like looks like he's about to say something, and a couple patrons like fling their eyes upwards to see this flying object in front of them. And then within an instant, Shift just blinks forward in midair, catches this tankard in his mouth before landing with his little paws with a little patter on the wooden ground. And people are watching with amazement, but also with intense concern as you just hurled an object and everyone just thought there was about to be a bar fight.
Aw,
As they
who
look
was
to
a good-
Shift and then immediately back to you. Also realizing there's now a fucking magically blinking dog in this establishment.
I give Shift a treat.
Why do I suddenly really want there to be a fucking bar fight right now?
Alvara can start a bar fight if she wants.
Alvara almost yelled bar fight, but she did not.
Nah, we gotta get out of
No,
here
we
and
gotta
make progress on this mystery.
Right, let's have the party smashed right now. I don't even think Mina can fucking move.
Humi will put Mina on top of Shift so that she can ride him like a horse.
Yeah, Alvara will help load Mina onto the dog.
Mina makes a yelp of surprise when being picked up off the bar, not expecting to just be grabbed like that. And then they just kind of sit on Shift, mildly confused as to what is going on.
How buzzed is Audrin looking during all this?
You mean IRL or in game?
In game.
In game.
In game.
You know, he's got a slight blush going on, but he seems like he's carrying himself well.
He still has his wits about him.
Oh, absolutely. He's a sailor. This is nothing new.
Is he doing a little sailor jig? Thank you
He's
for the
still-
hydrate, Sippy Gruta.
You know what? Fuck it. Yeah, he's doing a little sailor jig. He's doing a fun little sailor jig.
Fucked up than we thought.
You know, it's a pretty good sailor jig, so it doesn't seem like he's very fucked up.
Okay. How complex are the lyrics?
I'll just drink a whole bottle of water, says the copper dragon that's staring at you guys 500 feet away.
I don't have any water,
500 feet away.
but you know
Is he
what?
in the inn?
I don't have any water, but I do have something that looks a lot like water, and that is vodka. I will be right
No!
Close enough, really.
I hope he's not actually doing that.
Was,
Oh, Zach, thank you so much for the resub.
I didn't resub. It just reminded me that it was my 6-month anniversary.
Fuck you,
Like,
then.
I think it's auto resub. But the money might already have been. Is what I'm
I
saying.
know, I'm just joking, I'm joking.
I'm not.
Oh.
No, I'm just kidding.
I do have something to add to all of this once Audrin gets back. I just figure this is important campaign progression, so...
Oh,
Everyone
did
should
we
be
level
here!
up? Are we level 7 now?
No!
Nope.
Darn.
We're not even
Yeah, we're at level 8 already, guys.
level up.
Fine.
All right, I'm back, and I've got
We're
my
level 8.
vodka. Zach the Whack, thank you for subscribing. I'm going to take the shot in your honor.
All right, thanks. You don't have to
Dumb
though.
hatch.
All right.
So, as I was saying, as you're doing your little pirate jig and everyone's beginning to gather and assess the information at hand, Audrin,
Oi.
out of nowhere, you begin to hear a voice in your head.
Oh. What does it say?
It says, "Hey, I hope everything's going well. I have some free time in case you wanted to catch up and need any help, maybe?"
Is it Galloway's voice?
It is
like
indeed Galloway's
Uh,
voice.
All right. And, okay. So Audrin is going to seize his jig, lean up against the bar, and then he's going to say, "Oi, Galloway, you're contacting me just in time, as a matter of fact. If you could just meet us over at the Beast and Barley,
You've been cut
I'll
off.
get..." Shit!
Like that voicemail scene.
Did the Beast and Barley at least go through?
Nope, it did not. It cut off at, "If you could just meet us at the, That's literally where the 25 words cut off.
That's great.
Oh no!
Why'd you have to garnish it with the fucking
No,
intro?
Beast and
God
Barley. No,
damn it.
no. Hold on. If it were 25 words, Beast and Barley would be included.
I was counting on my hands as you were speaking. Because all of the uhs that you said count.
What? That's not a word.
Oh.
That counts!
You
It
drunken bastard!
God damn it.
So you receive, after a few moments pass, and you receive a response in your head, and it goes, maybe you don't know how this spell works, but where are you guys at?
Audrey is going to lean up against the bar, and he's going to respond, Beast and Barley, come, get drink, please. Come. Thank you.
Oh.
You told him to come twice.
I know.
Yeah,
whoa.
I know.
Who's
Beast and
coming?
Barley.
I want to see it. The fucking Markiplier clip. He who is coming.
Oh man, that was interesting.
Okay.
I was
So,
waiting for your second message. It's like, hey, sorry about the miscommunication of. Anyway, as I was saying, we were located at cut off.
okay. Do you tell anyone anything about that, or?
He's going to kind of down his fourth beer at the bar, and then he's going to turn with a little bit of lilt to his swagger, and he's going to say, "Hi, Galloway's going to be joining us then. I've been missing the lad, as a matter of fact. So, why don't you make a spot at the bar for him or something?"
You know what? If we have some time, I might as well share a drink with you all. I'm gonna buy everyone around.
Oh my god.
Alvaro's gonna get fucked up.
Audrin happily takes it, and then he's going to turn to Humi and he's going to say, "Humi, my top bloke, my fellow brother, and could you do me a favor and turn into Arania, please? I need to practice what I'm gonna say to her."
Well, it costs a lot to do a request like that. I'm not gonna lie.
Aye, right, Tiger. What can I pay you with, lad?
Well, Humi is going to look Audrin up and down.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Next time I make a lie, you have to back me up, regardless of the consequences.
You
Oh,
bleeding
God.
greenhorn. Did you think that I wouldn't do that anyway? Did you really think that I wouldn't lie on your behalf under any circumstance?
Alright. Do or die, right?
Way to reveal your hand, Aldrin.
Humi, do you want me to give you an Arania shift?
Yes, please.
Alright, give me 1 second. I'm just gonna get rid of this one for you really quick. Oh,
Huh.
that's not what's supposed to happen. Hold up.
What the fuck?
Now you can see all of my secrets.
That's incorrect.
Aw.
I thought you said you were turning into Arania.
There you go.
Oh, there she is.
So, Valana is going to kind of like flick her hair back as they change, kind of like nonchalantly, trying to be inconspicuous.
And with a quick flash, you kind of brush your hair behind you, and it quickly fades from this vibrant blue to a dark slate charcoal color, and your skin fades from the lifelike Valana into dull gray. As you then become the visage of Arania Terrasol.
Damn.
The MILF
okay.
mommy herself.
Audrin's going to take the drink that was offered to him, down a good portion of it, and then is going to turn to Humi at this point as Arania, and he's going to say, "You want to know something? You've caused us a whole heap of trouble. You know that. What do you have to say for yourself?"
Well, you better buckle in. There's more to come.
He's going to turn back to Alvar and he's going to say, "You hear that? No remorse from this one. Exactly the type." You're lucky you're so gosh darn pretty.
Humi's going to giggle at that.
Sorry, Alvara's gonna say, because if I could jump in, because Audrey was directing his conversation to her. She's gonna say, I don't know what sort of weird game you're all playing, but it is funny to watch. As she stumbles with her words a little.
Well, how about this? Let's play a prank on the boy.
Stutters rather.
How about when Galloway comes, I'll greet him. You guys hide. Let's fuck with him a little.
Right then, I can appreciate a good prank. Moment please. And he's gonna get up from the bar and he's gonna kind of like saunter over to the back of the room and kind of hide behind I don't know, just hide in the shadowy part of the room over here.
Ever kind of by the fire?
Yeah, he's gonna support his weight on the wall and just kind of like pinch his temples a little bit and be like,
Yeah, I was gonna say, Alvara kind of has her head, having listened in on this convo, she has her head like in her hands, almost like her fingers rather like pressed to her head, kind of like, what the fuck is happening right now, and why are we doing this? But after not even saying anything, she will get up and also make her way to a more secluded area. She'll probably just sit over here. Are there people at this table?
There are people at that table.
She's just gonna sit over here and make merry and say hello.
Everyone that's sitting at this table currently kind of gives you a strange look, as they look like they were in the middle of a private conversation within a hushed tone, and they just stop mid-conversation and just all make eye contact with you.
Yes, I do apologize. You see, there was not much room at the bar anymore, and I'm awaiting a friend here. I hope you don't mind if I take a spot at this table. And she'll give like a little awkward, alcohol-infused smile.
They all just kind of blink at you, but one of them kind of gestures like and like nods their head behind them, and they go, there's an empty table back there.
Yes, but I'm trying to hide from a friend of mine, and once they come in, I'm doing a little bit of a surprise for them for their birthday, you see, and this spot was great because it's under the stairwell.
Alright, roll a persuasion check.
The words kind of meld together as she says that.
Persuasion, please.
Yep, it's coming. And so is the inspo.
A 9.
We're gonna inspo roll that. 20!
Oh!
That's 20!
A natural
Yes!
20!
That's
Wow.
20!
Oh my god, that is not flask, my friends.
That's not flaccid, it's fully erect. Okay, so they all just, they give you a nod, and kind of looks amongst each other, and one of them says, it's only for a little, it couldn't really hurt. So for the time being, it seems you are allowed here at this table.
Yay.
Everyone else, now that you've seen Humi just change into Arania, what are you all doing?
Mina's just kind of sitting on shift, wondering what is going on right now, because they were expecting to leave.
Numbers?
Yeah, I also thought we were about to go confront the dude.
Well, Audrin did say Galloway was on the way, right?
Yeah,
Wasn't
he
that
did say that to everybody.
Yeah, so then we're waiting on him. How long is that going to be? Did you even ask where he was, Audrey?
No,
Audrin?
I don't think Audrin did.
I'm sorry, what?
Aldred?
We don't know how
Did
far
you,
away Galloway
no,
is,
yeah,
right?
never mind.
Galloway didn't say how far I was away.
So we don't know.
Did you tell everyone to go disperse and hide, or did you two just go do that?
I think we just did that in our drunkenness.
Yeah, Audrey didn't really tell anyone of that.
Like a secret prank among a few people. Alvara only knew because she was like part of that convo, but
Okay. So everyone else, do you just kind of watch Audrin and Alvaro like split apart and go, I guess, collectively hide at different parts of this bar?
I suppose so.
Guess so.
Okay, so you guys all just kind of stay here up by the bar?
Okay, Humi is going to go over
I'm going to hide behind this
right
pillar.
here.
He's standing behind the pillar, but his like pauldrons are poking out on either side.
And I keep peeking around.
You just see like a little lock of green hair and like an eye peer over every now and again. I will say about 10 minutes pass before eventually the doors swing open, and you see the familiar face of a young Galloway Grim with a little pitter-patter of his hooves against the wood make his way inside.
Ah, Mr. Galloway. We meet again.
He looks over to his shoulder and sees you approaching him and goes, oh, I,
Wait.
uh,
So, Audrin told me that you're his absolute best friend, and that he wants you to give him an absolutely crushing hug when he sees you. And Fumi is going to wink and change their eye color, and see if he picks up.
I want to roll insight for him because I made this boy kind of dumb. Hold on.
Okay.
I gotta pull up his character sheet.
Say, if you're Arania, if that's the Arania Terrasol from being scratched into the bar wood, perhaps the bartender recognizes this appearance?
Galloway. I will say, as you all were like investigating the names on everything, he gave a little bit of a rundown on what was going on with some of these. Some that he was actually present for and employed here at the time in which they were etched in themselves. However, that one in the middle, the faded few with the initials all
he
around
doesn't know them.
that was there long before he ever started working here.
Wow. Long time then.
The faded few.
Okay, here's his character sheet. Wow. Okay,
Yeah,
Galloway.
That bad?
Hold up. Let me just roll it. I'll roll a d20 and add his modifier separate. So he looks at you, and as your eyes change around him, he just kind of looks a bit freaked out, as if he has never seen this and he does not know what's going on. And he is quite afraid of this person in front of him. And he goes, Audrin said that? I mean, that's great, and I love that, but why are you here? And what do you want?
Well, I'm just here to let you know that he's your best friend. You should go talk to him.
And why did he tell you that?
No reason.
I don't know if I can just stand by while the person that's caused all of this struggle that we're all trying to work towards is here. I gotta go. I gotta do something. I gotta tell Lady Thorn. And he goes to make for the door.
And that is when Fumi says, "Ah, shit, I'm not that clever." Whoa, wait, hold on. It's just a joke.
What?
Ah, daft. Okay, come here.
He's
Fumi's
just,
going to grab his hand and start walking over towards Audrin.
he's like, you hear his hooves kind of scraping against the wood of this floor as he's like kind of hesitating and like trying not to follow you, but is like, he's too scared not to at the same time. So he begins to follow you. And he sees two silver pod pauldrons poking out from behind the central beam.
As he gets closer, Alvara's gonna sort of stagger out and go, "Surprise! Happy birthday!"
Oh, Alvara, you're here with Arania. And it's not my birthday?
I have to use the bathroom. Excuse me. She's just gonna walk over here because she didn't want to step on the prank and wasn't exactly sure how it was gonna play out.
Okay, and as you guys approach and continue your way further in, he sees Numbers attempting to hide behind the central plank. Oh, Numbers! You're here with, I guess, Arania too?
Yeah, That's exactly what's going on.
Did something happen in the day that I was gone?
I don't know. You'll just have to ask someone else. And then I scurry over to the bar.
Poor fucking man.
He looks terrified.
Okay, Hoobie's actually trying to like. Seriously, this is just a joke. They're just very bad at joking. It's me, Hoobie.
Oh. Umi? That's you?
Yes. Figure it'd be
How far-
fun to give you a little scare.
He narrows his glowing yellow eyes at you and he goes, "Prove it."
Avara's gonna jump out again and yell, "Surprise!" having not really gotten too far away.
Okay, Hoobie is going to whistle for Blink to come through.
Shift.
Shift.
We
And
shouldn't-
Shift
mean
is
Twitch?
going to start. Yes,
Twitch.
Twitch. Shift is going to start running over with Mina on his back. So
Whoa! What's going on?
Thank you for the hydrate, sippy Kurta. Oh, pardon my yawn.
It is really sleepy hours.
Okay, so, Shift kind of gallops over with Mina on his back. Mina, you see Galloway talking to a disguised Humi as Arania.
Galloway, how have you been?
Oh,
It's been ages.
Miss Mina, oh my goodness, are you doing alright?
Alvara gave me this drink a little while ago, and it's I'm not feeling great.
Avara's gonna step up and go, "Yes, we're having so much fun," and slap Mina, incidentally, a little harder than she intended, on the back. as
Mina
she's
falls
sitting
off
on the
of
dock.
off of Shift.
oh no.
Whoops.
Oh. Wait a minute.
You know,
And then he turns back to Humi, and he says, with a little bit of like a worried look in his eye, and maybe even like the slightest hint of a tear, he looks at you and he goes, "Were you joking when you said Audrin said I was his best friend?"
Nope, that is actually
Audrin, you can hear
very
that from
true.
across the room as well.
Audrin's gonna saunter over in his swaying, drunken kind of way, and is gonna put his hand on Galloway's shoulder and is gonna say, "A finer shipmate I'd never seen, my lad. Come here, I'll get you around."
Oh, it's so nice to see you guys, even though it's only been a day. And he follows you over to the bar.
Oi, whatever you got that's your strongest, make it stronger and give it to the little one. What do you say?
Not the fairy.
Jesus,
She's
I
not even
can.
here.
I'm not really sure what your plan was with that prank, Umi.
Well, I wasn't quite sure. I thought it'd be funny to see the boy sweat a little, but no, he was sweating more than I thought he would.
I think I just stepped in his sweat, or is that Mina's vomit?
Mina did not get
Hmm.
sick.
No, I know. Alvara's just joking.
Humi's gonna put Mina back on top of Shift.
So, he takes the drink
Carl.
handed to him from the bartender, and Galloway just kind of looks amongst you all, and he goes, "So, tell me, what have you all been up to? How's the developments of the case going?"
Pretty
We're-
Oh,
good,
yeah.
actually.
Audrin's gonna swirl his tankard of ale that's half empty. He's gonna say, "Oh yes, the details of the case. It's somewhere in there. I'm sure if I just get to the bottom of it, Then he's gonna down the rest of his drink. Indeed, getting to the bottom of it.
Huh.
Maybe we should talk about this somewhere more private.
Oh, we can probably do that. And he turns back to the barkeep and he goes, "Say, do you mind if we rent out the upstairs for a little while?" And the guy kind of quirks a brow and he goes, special meat and sorp, it seems. Yeah, you can go ahead and rent out the upstairs. And that'll cost you about 20 silver pieces. And Galloway just, he slides a little handful of silver across the table.
Oh wow.
And, the guy picks it up and he jingles it in his hand before stuffing it in his apron pocket, and he goes, "Alright, that'll get you about 3 hours upstairs." The table's
3
yours.
hours? What sort of bar is this?
One where you can make special requests, and he gives Alvaro a wink.
Alvaro shudders a little at this odd man's wink. And will make her way downtown, walking fast, spaces pass.
Upstairs.
Audrin, get your ass upstairs.
I'm going up.
Do we rent like this just little meeting area, or do we have like a room too?
You
Because
rent just
hourly rates.
Just the conference room.
hourly rates.
are good.
It is for considering both rooms are not taken at this current time. It is for 3 hours with to the 2 current bedrooms and the conference table. The
Well-
entire upstairs.
This is nice.
I hate that you can't actually sit in these chairs.
I know these chairs are not great.
Okay, so everyone makes their way upstairs. Oh, I need to get Valana up here.
Okay.
So he walks up and he takes a seat, and he looks to everyone and goes, "So, what's been happening? What's the developments you have? I'm curious."
Well, we have a few clues so far. We think we have a suspect. We've been more or less figuring out what they've been stealing, but we think we know why they're doing it. We just have no idea where a few of these pieces come into play, though. Have you ever heard of a silver lantern that glows with a bluish hue? Apparently it's a magical item.
I can't really say that I have.
I truthfully, I think that was just taken because it was valuable. I think that the person we were following before is most likely the suspect, or the person in question. I just don't know how he would go about actually proving it. It seems that he sold all of the stolen goods for medicine for his sick daughter.
Oh, is that so?
Yeah.
I mean, that sounds like a worthy enough cause, but now someone else's life has been taken. So what do you propose?
Maybe if we can find a way to cure his daughter, he would be willing to come with us of his own volition.
I guess that's possible, but now you're trying to cure 2 people.
We just can't
Well-
seem to get ourselves out of these messes.
It may be better than his alternative, honestly. Do you have a feeling what Ophelia might recommend?
Well, Ophelia would always recommend the worst. Speaking of which, do you know how far she's gotten on this?
She was,
Presumably pretty far.
she was at the Seeking Blossom Enterprise when we arrived there, but we haven't seen her since.
Well, I don't really know much, but I can tell you that from what I have heard, while I've been out on my own, at least today, I heard that Ophelia has a meeting with Lady Thorne first thing in the morning.
Maybe it would be best to do something tonight then.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes,
I
we can-
agree. We should capture and kill Ophelia.
Galloway kind of
Okay.
laughs nervously.
Alvaro will also laugh at that. She's definitely still a little buzzed. Galloway's sudden appearance doesn't change that.
I really think our best option is to confront the guy and try and get him to volunteer himself to Thorn Manor.
That's not a bad idea, Numbers.
And if you were under arrest for several crimes, including murder, would you voluntarily turn yourself over?
If a party such as this one told us we had to, or we'd better, I might just listen. And I gesture to this motley crew of double down and
Double down and dog.
do-gooders,
Down.
a golden lady, a shapeshifter, a fairy, a dude with green hair, a lady with blue hair and a staff. that all look mighty powerful, and a demon-looking dude, Grim.
Hey, you're not going
I'd-
to say anything about me? Fine.
And a guy with a knife.
Yes,
Um,
yes, we all have we all have very colourful hair. We understand that.
If they all told him it's in his best interest to go to Lady Thorne's manor, I think he might just do it.
Does anyone have perhaps a spell that could suggest things to people, suggest certain courses of action?
Yeah, you're exactly right. I've got one.
I'm pretty sure Valana actually has
Actually, has
suggestion.
suggestion. Yeah.
That seems a little. I don't like
It-
that very much.
Alana quirks her eyebrow and looks over to Audrin and goes, "Oh, you have one."
Right, yes, just send the lad over here. I'll work my magic.
Well, I say we go head to his place.
Maybe we should sober up a little bit beforehand. I think most of us are a little bit tipsy at the very least.
Actually, you're a little bit tipsy. I'm perfectly fine to carry on this endeavor, she says as she slams her elbows way too hard on the table and crosses her fingers in her lace and stares at you. Actually, perhaps we should wait a little bit.
Would a short rest help?
And a short rest couldn't hurt.
Well, there's definitely enough time that we have up here for a little bit of a short rest. 3 hours should be plenty of time, should it not?
It should.
Even just an hour would be better than nothing. I don't want to look like a bunch of stumbling drunkards.
So,
Yeah.
being,
with us. You're under arrest. Have the parties
With
standing around.
your falls into the table. Someone else speaks up. You're under arrest.
being a little bit of an investigator myself, how are you guys gonna go about this? What's your plan?
Figure we tell him we have strong evidence he's going to be arrested next day by Ophelia, someone who wants him dead, most likely. And he come with us to Lady Thorne's manor to plead his own case and turn himself in and possibly get a more favorable sentence than if Ophelia just ratted him out or whatever.
I think the best thing to do would be to frame it as further questions, and don't say he's being arrested for any particular crimes, but say we need to take him in for further interrogation.
We could do like a good cop, bad cop routine. I can try being the bad cop.
I think I should be the good cop.
I think we should reverse those roles.
Why is there a D12 hovering ominously over
Good
the
night,
table?
Gruda. Thank you so much for following the party as a dragon in the
Good night,
background. Good night,
You were
Gruda.
joining us at the bar.
So why is there a D12 hovering over the table?
There's a D12
That's for a
hovering above the
different
table.
reason.
Oh.
Don't you
Yeah, I
worry
thought that.
about it.
I'm,
Okay?
just
I mean, I'm
wonders, like,
kind
what-
of worried about it.
I'm a
I
little
mean,
worried
it's not
about
going
it.
to affect anything right now.
I wasn't
What do you
too
mean?
worried about it until you started talking about how not to worry about it. Now I'm kind of worried about it.
You know what? While y'all worry about it, I have to run to the bathroom really quick. I'll be right back.
All right.
Okay, guys.
I'm gonna go
I have
grab a
something
coffee.
slightly unhinged. I'm not entirely sure how it will go.
Mina's
Okay.
facing the wrong way on the table.
What is it?
So,
Mina's facing the right way, okay?
Umi could cast invisibility on the child, then shift into the child, but healthy, and then see if he divulges any information.
Well, the child could talk while invisible still, right?
They could, so we'd need to put them to sleep, I suppose.
Or silence.
No, it's getting too complex now.
I also have invisibility. Kidnap his child. I'll kidnap 1,000 children before I let this company die.
Cool. I'm glad I got 8. That'll be
It's
helpful
gonna be
for later.
It's gonna be a tough. It's gonna be an interesting encounter. I don't know if this guy's gonna go peacefully. That's why I'm
Better
trying
than
to.
if Ophelia got him.
Well, that's why I'm trying to say. Let's not say like, oh, you're under arrest. Like, let's frame it like we have you narrowed down under a list of suspects who are responsible for a series of crimes. We need to ask you further questions.
But
I
I
don't
think we need
know.
to
I think
be
just being honest with the guy is in.
Yeah.
We're not being dishonest. We got to ask him further questions. We don't 100% know if this is the guy.
I honestly think that like lantern he stole grants him like invisibility or something, because he's only
Then he
stolen.
wouldn't have been seen at all when he did the robberies.
Maybe it's of haste. I don't know, but like he's always been able to get in and out, and like they had no suspects at the tavern. You know.
I think it's more than likely he just sold off the lantern for money. I don't think it's something that he kept. Because realistically, if he is doing this just for his daughter, just to get the medicine, I don't think he would want to keep around,
Rare magic object.
Unless he's
anything that
using
would.
the object to steal.
Okay, I'm
I
back.
mean, like, how many people are that good at stealing?
I do think that it might be for the best if anyone that he's seen before, such as Alvara or Audrin or Numbers, was not present for the talking to.
You say that in character.
No, I say that in character.
I think it would be more convincing if we all show up and say, like, look, dude, we've been following you. We know what's going on.
I think maybe it would be best if like Galloway and Umi approached first. Someone actually from the First Light observers and someone who can.
Do you say that in person?
Yes.
Or in character, rather?
This is all.
He's-
Galloway
yeah.
speaks up and he goes, "Oh, I'm technically not allowed to help you guys on this one. I'm on my own different mission right now. But I thought I had a little bit of time, and I figured I could maybe just stop in and check in and see how everything's going."
How would you recommend then we go about this? Because I'm sure the city has laws, rules, and regulations all on how this is supposed to be handled.
That's true. And well, I'm not exactly what jurisdiction Lady Thorn has technically given you guys. I don't think bringing him to her is a bad option. If that's who you really think it is and you're really sure. I think it's always a safe bet of safety and in numbers. No pun intended, and he nods towards numbers.
She believes in me, everyone, see? Or he believes in me.
But
I just knocked a glass off of my desk and I managed to catch it before it hit the ground.
impressive.
Check
Nice
and
job.
see if you have Spidey. Are you Spidey?
No, I am not, but that'd be
Damn.
kind of cool and also terrifying.
It might be best if you guys maybe just all went at one time. That way you guys look like an official group or party at least, and not just some crazy off the street, you know.
Have you seen us? None of us look
Well,
like
see, that's
we
the
belong
thing.
here.
Like I mean, a couple
was-
of you guys blend in well enough.
I was
Thank
gonna say
You.
And I mean, if a couple of you also already have a rapport with the guy, maybe he'd be more inclined to talk to you. I don't know.
none of our rapports have gone well. I don't think he has a favorable image of anyone he's conversed with just yet.
Surely, I beg to differ.
I was gonna say
And
Alvara
Alvara-
fucking flirted with him.
Alvara was good with him.
You
Yeah.
flirted with a married man.
I didn't know at the time, and besides, I was doing it for information gathering purposes, not for any sort of romantic ambition, unlike Valana. And she'll stare at Volan.
And
A
you
lot of
think that
dyslexia.
makes it any better?
Well, I could just changes into the shopkeep that sold him the medicine. Talk to him.
Oh, I have a good idea, Humi. What if you changed into Galloway?
Oh, I could change into Galloway, but
Me?
Yeah, what does Galloway have to say about that?
Why me?
Because you're a member of the First Light Observers. That would give us at least a little bit more clout.
I guess, but I'm not.
Avara just bangs on the table, kind of, still not really gaining full cognizance of the conversations happening around her because of her inebriated state, and talks at too high of a volume when asking this question. But she says, Aldrin, you've been awfully quiet over there. What thoughts are you?
Audrin is resting his head against the table, raises a hand as if to say, "Yes, I concur."
Galloway
Like,
leans
very
into numbers and he
insightful,
goes,
thank
"Is he all right?"
He should be. I've seen him like this before.
Oh,
But just to ask, Mr. Galloway, sir, what is the normal process for handling these situations?
well, one of this kind of a high profile, I'm not entirely sure. I guess everyone's got their own circumstances and their own situations and their own cases to argue. So I guess that's really for Lady Thorne to decide. Should she have the decision?
But like, what is the process to initially bring them in? Is it just like a traditional mob with pitchforks and torches, or is there like are there Miranda rights here?
He kind of laughs and he goes, "No, it's not an angry mob that goes up and rips someone out of their house and burns them at the stake."
Mina puts away the torch.
Very good. Typically, what happens is you're arrested by the last light vanguard. The first light observers are just the investigators. However, with a case of this substantial, I guess, background, this would probably go directly to the higher ups as soon as a suspect is pinpointed and captured. I imagine, actually, Lady Thorne herself would be one of the direct people involved with this one.
It's funny though, we do actually know somebody from the Last Light Vanguard, and Alvara's gonna do like this awkward, like open palm point towards Humi, kind of like lazily leaning on the table as she does so.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah!
Oh? And Galloway looks over at Humi. Oh! You've picked up the guard already, have you?
What can I say? Yes.
Well,
Many talents.
well, I will say, at the very least, that'll get you at least a little position of power. A little more believability. At least in my opinion.
Okay. Well, this has been a great exercise in what form can I take and how quickly can I change. But, how about that long rest? Or short rest, better said.
Galloway stands up and he goes, "I'll leave you guys to get some rest for a little while, but if there's any word of advice I could throw to you all, it's that if I know Ophelia, and unfortunately I know Ophelia, she's quite impatient, so any chance she gets to push up her meeting with Lady Thorne, she will. So I thought maybe you guys would have more time than this, but it looks like acting fast might be your best solution. But good luck. I believe in you guys."
Thank you. Maybe we
Thanks.
should just go now then. I know
Yeah.
we're not in the best of shape, but I'm sure.
You'll walk it off, Mina.
Yes, it'll be great. And Alvara gets up and catches herself on the wall as she's backward.
I
would
will say,
imagine
you guys
Mina's
could
not-
rest for like an hour if you wanted to.
I think an hour
Okay.
rest would do us well.
Yeah.
Ophelia's
to
going
go
in
to
the,
the
in the
bathroom
morning,
or
he
anything.
said, so it's only like 6 p.m. right now. We probably could.
Ophelia's probably following like an actual standardized procedure set for
Right.
the First Light Observers. Meanwhile, we're just about to go tackle someone and drag him out of his home, throw him on a boat, and bring him over to Lady Thorne.
She's drinking a glass of wine and daydreaming about Galloway right now, alright?
It'll
Like,
be
Oh my.
fine.
enemies to
Oh
lovers.
my!
I stand that rivalry.
Okay.
Avara crawls over here, and before she can even get to a room, is this cushioned? Is
It's
this-
cushioned. It's like a cushioned ottoman.
She's gonna lay on that and just be like,
What's everyone else doing? His number's about to jump off the railing? What's happening?
No, I was just moving my guy around.
He's about to jump
Yeah.
off and fucking pin a guy that's under.
No, I would just be, you know,
Yeah, well, eight.
chilling in this chair, I guess, for an hour.
Okay.
Fumi's gonna go into an actual room.
Okay, Humi, the room that you go in, you notice has a twin bed. 2 twin beds side by side.
Oh. They're going to close the door.
Audrin,
just
Mina?
Audrin's gonna slap both of his palms down on the table, push himself upright, standing, wobbling a little bit. Then he's gonna draw his sword and he's gonna say, "Alright, who are we gonna go kill?"
Hopefully no one. And with that, Mina's actually going to,
Mina?
Oh, that's perfect, actually. Mina's gonna go into this room over here. And then climb out the window and go hang out by the bird's nest that's right there.
Okay.
Audrin's gonna sheath his sword and be like, that sounds about right. And he's gonna head into the bedroom.
Audrin, you
So
walk
you just see
into a
Mina
bed
climb
with...
right out the window.
Collapse face down onto the bed.
Yeah, you see Mina just crawl out the window of the roof.
He doesn't even say a thing about it.
And your room also has an extra bed in it.
So be it.
maybe. How tired and toasty is Valana?
Oh, Alana, I don't think she got too incredibly toasty, but she looks over at numbers, and she goes, "Well, I guess if we're taking a short rest, then maybe we should just stick to our usual arrangements." And she walks over to where Humi has gone.
I guess I'll join Audrin's room.
Humi, do you mind room for one more?
So you see Humi already taking a nap, and you also see Shift. Shift is lying on his back, and his tail is in Humi's face.
Aw. It just starts going pop, pop, pop as he starts whacking his tail.
We're only here for an hour. We're like soiling all these beds.
We technically have the area.
You're
for 3
pissing in the
hours.
sheets of these beds.
Yeah.
No.
You think this bar changes the sheets after every patron?
Okay, so as you're taking a short rest, I will ask you guys. Since you were taking a short rest before moving on to what I have to imagine is some type of final interrogation before escorting, like, a result to Lady Thorn, do you want to pause here or do you want to keep going?
Keep
I think this is a good place to pause.
Oh yeah.
I think we should at least get to the guy's house. This way we can immediately start the next session with, a
Okay.
raid.
That works.
Okay. So does anyone want to do anything within this hour, or is everyone just taking a little nappy?
Mina's just gonna take a little nap on the eve.
I would look around the room a little bit, but other than that, nappy.
Okay. So everyone, an hour swiftly passes, and you wake up feeling... Still, maybe those of you that got severely smashed, maybe just still feeling a little buzzed, but at the very least capable.
Not hammered anymore.
Not hammered anymore, you feel a little more refreshed and able-bodied.
Perhaps we all take some water, some hydrate sippies.
Yeah, some hydrate sippies are involved in there. But quickly you all arise and begin to meet back towards this conference area.
So would you say it's like around 6:30 in the evening now? Maybe
Yeah, now
7?
it's about 6:30, 7 o'clock. What are you all doing?
Humi is going to wake up Alvaro.
Heading out.
Audrin, are you getting up?
He's getting up and he's
Alvaro
kind of
groans.
grumbling. He doesn't seem happy about this, and he kind of shuffles out and he goes, "Which one of you fuckers did it?"
I think you did it, Audrin.
Avara gets up.
Yeah, that's usually the case, as a matter of fact.
Avara gets up and rubs her eyes, rubs her temples, and then just goes, "All right, let's do this."
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Very slowly moseys along.
So as you all begin to make your way back towards the direction in which you came from, we can all swap over to the Ballridden map.
Oh.
Ballridden.
Ooh.
I am Ballridden and I be ballin'.
And
Ballin'.
let me change the time of day really quick. And let me just change the ambiance.
Ambiance.
This is pretty serious now. We're going to arrest a man for criminal acts.
Yeah, this is serious.
We're just
So let me
questioning
pick a
him.
music that works.
We're going to kill a man.
If he
Hopefully
fights, it
not.
might get dire. Actually, on the way over, Alvara's going to discuss that with everyone. She's going to go, and if he does put up a sort of resistance, what's the plan for that exactly?
Well,
Let's try
This
not.
one might be a little too serious.
yeah, it's a
we're
little
not,
too
We're not
serious.
bringing him to the gallows yet.
Hold up.
Yeah,
Yeah, no one attack him. Let's just establish that.
that's why I'm thinking suggestion might be a good thing to have, just in the back pocket in case things go south.
Last resort, I have a means of keeping people calm.
Well, I was just going to kind of, be a guard and say I talked to a shopkeep and I'm following leads about the menagerie. See if he says anything, and then... I mean, you
Try
guys
this
do
one.
you. That's all I'm gonna say.
I say we come clean about like our quest here and our suspicions about him, and suggestion of what may be best for him, which is to go plead his case to Lady Thorn directly.
Yeah, I think honesty might be the best policy here. But we might want to ask him to step out of his house beforehand. This way we don't involve his family in any matters that are going on.
I've always found that being straightforward and honest with criminals is the best approach.
Avara chuckles at this, having known a thing or two about that.
Okay, well, if you guys think honesty is the best policy, I guess I'll just shut up and look like a guard. That's fine.
Oh,
Well, you could lure him outside for questioning. At which point we could all approach and.
That is not how people who are hiding from the law treat the law.
He definitely won't be alarmed at a horde of people approaching him after he steps outside of his house.
That's why I was suggesting maybe only having one or two people approach him at first, and then the rest of us can be waiting a few steps back.
How about I just stand behind you guys, like, by the tree over there in sight? You talk to him, and you get him to come out. We talk.
At this point, Mina's going to interject and fly over to you, put her hand on your shoulder and say, "You're probably one of the better people for talking with people and all that things."
Aw, Mina, thank you.
You mean-
Okay.
And Alvara's gonna put a hand on numbers and say, "And you are probably not. So maybe you should go stand by the well."
Oh.
oh.
She'll just give like a gentle pat.
I'll be
Turn
on well
around.
duty.
It might be best for Humi and Audrin to be the people to take the lead on this.
Audrin?
I second it. I know how to deal with his lot.
Then again, though, Audrin is a little bit,
Drunk.
yes.
Actually,
it-
it only adds to my charms, if you know what I'm saying.
Is it really that weird for guards to be drunk on the job?
It's certainly not.
It is when they're
Might-
making an arrest.
Might lead to a lack of cooperation.
Well,
Trust me on this one, you can leave it to me. I've done this more times than you can count in one way or another.
As you all are
being
discussing
polite.
on your way over, as you have left the Beast and Barley, you quickly find yourselves descending upon the residence of the house that you were familiar with as that of Justin Rowley.
Is anyone around?
Oh, you see like a handful of citizens just kind of making their way, what you presume to be home for the evening, but you don't really see like a ton of bustling people around.
Is it dark out or?
It's getting a bit dark at this point.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Mina has the that ever burning candle just floating at the tip of the staff,
Yes, indeed.
providing us with some light.
Like a little torch, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, it seems like we have a plan. I would kind of like Mina to come with, or anyone with medical expertise, really.
I can
Could
certainly
help.
be on standby. I can stand just behind you if you wish.
If medical expertise.
I also think you absolutely undervalue my sharp tongue and quick wit. I should
Well,
lead the charge as well.
Holy shit! I actually have a lot of medical
We're
expertise.
not undervaluing anything, but this isn't berating someone. This requires grace, and I'm afraid to say, you've shown very little of that.
Excuse
No
me, sir.
disrespect.
I can be very graceful when the situation warrants it, I'll assure you.
Well, I look forward to seeing that one day, but that day is not today.
Actually, it is. I'm joining you at the front whether you want it or not.
All right then.
Sailor.
it's the
You're
other
walking
way.
the wrong way, by the way.
He knows what he's doing.
Sure.
He then goes through the window.
Okay.
Okay.
This is
Alright.
oh,
So
This
as-
might be the best place to end.
Yeah, so as you
Stop.
all begin to descend upon the residence, we are going to stop here for the evening.
I have a final question before we end, just about it as we approach. Does it look like there's a light on inside?
Yeah, it looks like there's a light on inside.
All right,
It looks like the people are home.
Yeah, people are around. All right, that's it.
Something else I wanted to point out of character. Didn't we also say that we would meet the one person that does the has the revivify spell tonight as well, like at this time?
I don't think y'all ever said that.
Yeah, we were gonna take the lady to come perform the spell on.
Yeah, that was tonight, but we can do that. Like, I'm
We can
presuming
just
take
grab
the
her.
Guy back.
We
She
can
was
ship
on her
on the
way.
way back.
Said, I think she said she
Adelaide.
would meet us there.
No, I think. Wait, did she?
I thought she said, "Oh, I'll meet you there with the spell." That's why you guys left the
Well-
spell with her.
We'll have to check the
Yeah.
recaps and figure this out off screen. But I just wanted to.
Well, great session, everyone. I feel like you guys are finally coming to a close on this this arc right here.
Yeah, we've been at this
Yeah.
for a while. We uncovered a lot of clues.
I gotta be real, I
Mhm.
didn't expect it to take this long.
When has a city arc ever been quick for us?
This is so true. But you guys have done a great job. A lot of great questions, a lot of great investigating.
We
Great
took-
graphics, great gameplay. So
Oh,
let's
yeah.
go ahead and get a round table going for inspiration. Let's starting with Audrin.
I'm gonna give it to oh, this is a tricky one. I think I'll. Okay. Give me a second. I think I have to concede it to. It's between two people. I think it's gonna be between Humi and Alvara. Who am I gonna give it to? Ooh, it's tricky because they both did very well tonight. Very fun RP, but I think ultimately it's pretty tough. I think I'm gonna go Humi, simply because I like the dynamic on the fly adaptation in your roleplay that you've proven you can do, which is it's been impressive each time.
Thank you.
Alrighty. Alvara, I almost just called you Arania.
Good. I'm glad you didn't. I will give it to Humi as well for the investigative work. Tonight, I think that was good. Numbers was up there too, in terms of that. But I think you guys both did a good job with that, kind of like drawing things to a close, and we're both kind of leading voices. But Humi's gonna take it for me in that regard.
Alrighty, Humi.
Definitely Alvara. Honestly, I love the giving the shot to Mina. Taking the acorn, giving her a shot that was like up to her chest. Oh my god, beautiful. It writes itself.
Alrighty, Mina.
I'm gonna give it to Alvara for getting Mina drunk for the first time in a row.
Oh my god.
Like,
Very
You're gonna
interesting.
reward poisoning the fairy.
Yes. Yeah. Why, yes.
All right, numbers. Your tiebreaker here.
Oh,
or vote for somebody else and rationalize it, and then we both tie again.
yeah. I like the way Mina roleplayed taking that drink. That was funny.
Oh my god. Alrighty, so we have a tie between Humi and Alvara. Therefore, because Valana is not here to give their own input, it's going to be given to Alvara and Humi. As a tie.
Yay. Good tie, good tie.
So thank you so much for that, everyone. As soon as this session's over, I'm going to pop the community inspiration poll up over on the Discord server. Guys, you have a name finally. There's a group name.
Yeah.
I'm coming on that one.
Downs.
Let's hear it for the double downs.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
You know, actually, now that you say it out loud, we should double back on this next session.
Double
No,
back.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No, it's
We
good.
already carved it in the bar. It's too
I know,
late
it's-
to
we
change
literally-
It's in the wood.
Literally in writing. Stuck with it.
But it's not
Alrighty.
carved in stone. If we burn down the bar, technically we can change it.
My god.
That's all it takes.
The longer it's in that bar, the more people will have to kill to clear our name.
Ugh.
Oh,
Yeah, everyone who was there that night, we must track down and murder. Because they saw it.
Just
no.
knock
And
the
next
doors.
time, we catch the big bad.
Or
they
something.
dump them.
A medium bad.
The medium
This guy
bad.
This
Watch it
isn't
be
even
like-
the medium. man.
Watch it be
Like-
like that random guy, like out Adrian Brooks or whatever, and this guy's like completely innocent. We should have explored it more.
Well, everyone, thank you so much for joining us here tonight. We had a longer session than usual, and I think it worked out pretty well in our favor.
I agree.
Yeah, this was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Alright, good time.
Well, everyone, we will catch you guys again on Wednesday for Community Night, the game of which will be decided in our Discord server, so keep your eyes peeled for that one. Alright, guys. Have a good evening, and we'll catch you soon.
Good evening.
Bye-bye.
Like,
Bye-bye.
Good night.